from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. And today is Green Man Shirt T-Shirt Day, whatever you want to call it. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida Talk. Welcome. Want to welcome all our friends up north, Chicago, New York, San Francisco, Vegas. Soon we're going to be seeing you in person, and California. Today is Lack of Dawn Day. It is a dark day. Yes, Dawn is probably watching and laughing.
Dawn has not come up today.
That's right. There's no Dawn in the house.
You look like Tom without Jerry. Peanut butter without the jelly.
You know, I can say something too about that, buddy. But we have Man Cave Thursday. Today's Thursday?
We even got cigars.
We got all sorts of, I got brandy, cigars. I got all sorts of stuff to kick us off of social media. Really, really good. Listen, all my friends out there, thank you for sharing the show. We've done a good job this week. If you're watching and you want to share it out, because, you know, sharing is caring. Also, the phone number, 888-994-4995. As my friend here turns his phone sound down.
Then he told me to.
Then he tells me to, and he does it. Then he says, dude, what is it you want? You want a watch party?
Well, you know, we want to get our people listening in.
That's right. You got people?
I got people. Got my people.
You know that guy over there?
Of course.
He's Mr. Peoples. He's wearing his OG hat.
He does. I'm just looking at that chain.
Mobster.
Last time I saw that was
neck exercise.
Last time I saw that chain was in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
Probably where I got it from.
Last time I saw that chain, I was painting my numbers guy.
Bread man.
Oh my, yeah, the bread man. How'd you know that? Yeah, the bread man used to be the numbers guy. Anyway, if you want to call in, 888-994-4995, call in. We're going to have a couple of things done. Dawn is out today. She's with Dr. Grover. We wish you a speedy recovery. Yep. Oh, look at this with the hat. Hey, Sopranos in the house.
Everybody.
So we wish you a healthy recovery. We wish everything works out well for you. I will not be here tomorrow. Dawn is going to do a Girl Friday tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
That's right. So it's going to be... Don't be thanking me. You get women 4 to 5 days a week. What are you talking about? But on the set, I want to say hello to my bookend cohort here, Mr. Steve-O, New York Sound.
Good afternoon there, sir.
He has that voice of...
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Cousin
welcome
Brucey.
to the Brooklyn Cafe.
He is actually Mr. DJ.
Yes, he is.
You introduced us to Nick from...
Hey, Mr. DJ.
He picked up Dawn at the wedding, which was
awesome.
really nice of him, and he sort of did that on the fly because I think he was going to the bodega to get a 6-pack. He says, I'll swing by and pick her up. He did me a solid on that, so I want to thank you for that on the end. Okay, are we going to be moving cameras around?
Yes.
Okay. You want to say hello to Steve-O? That would be Steve-O. Don't be scaring me because I got a weak heart here. I'm having a hard enough time flying solo here. But anyway, we have some new friends on the set. Now check this out. I'm going to let you, Mr. Amri, Christian, to introduce our guest here because I could not believe that was his real name.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
his?
I did the same thing. I looked at the car and I said, "Okay, it looks like a subcontinent. So what is your name?" And he said, "Told me." But you could say.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Yeah, so
introduce
his
it?
name's Indian, and he has some great cigars. We bought them from him quite often for charity events and stuff too. But it's called IA Cigars, and this is Indian right here. He's a great guy, and he's a buddy of mine.
Indian, how you doing?
Hey, how are ya?
Now you're Indian Allen.
Yes, sir.
So your real name is Allen,
Yes, sir.
but you're partially Indian, or you're fully Indian.
Well, I have 5 medicine names. I'm Native American.
Oh, okay. 5 medicine names. All right, so get a little closer to your mic so we can hear this, because this is fascinating. Tell me what does that mean, medicine name?
Well, a medicine name, you're either born with it on the reservation or you have to go through a ceremony.
Oh.
I didn't find out I was Native American until I was in my 40s. And that's when I began my quest, and I went from tribe to tribe, reservation to reservation, and participated in many ceremonies. So as a result, a lot of tribes and nations gave me those medicine names.
And what kind of medicine names do you have?
Well, Shadow Dancer, Wendigo, Black Bear Warrior, Great Elk, and then Indian Allen was my last one.
And these names have a significance in your life. How?
I had to go through specific ceremonies. For instance, when I did Shadow Dancer, I had to dance between life and death spiritually.
Well, that sounds kind of serious. Huh?
Yeah.
You may have been end dancer right there. I mean, what happens if you don't come out of this?
Well, then I die.
There you go. I'm done with that interview. Moving on.
His spirits
Can ruin your day.
And it's interesting. You are in the cigar business how many years?
I've been in the cigar business for 7 years.
7 years. What you do before that?
Before that, I was a licensed grief counselor.
Oh, okay. Well, you come to the right place, because that guy over there.
We need some counseling. So no, wait. You found out when you were in your 40s. You said, right?
Yes, sir.
How did you find out?
Well, I was on my way to work one day. I worked outside of Chicago, so I had a 2-hour drive to work. And a semi-truck came across the interstate, hit me head on.
Oh.
And when I was in the hospital, my mother said, "I've been lying to you all your life. You're not white, you're Native American."
Wow.
Holy smokes.
That's
What a way to
I was
find
thinking
out.
maybe it was, that new kit now, you can see who I am.
Oh yeah, like ancestor.
Like
DNA.
who I am, that's a deep question, but who I am. But anyway, no, I'm gonna get to that. But no, but they have that now DNA thing or whatever.
Yeah,
it
where's
is.
where's Freddie? Is
ancestor
Freddie in the
DNA.
green room?
No.
My son just had it done.
Your son's here?
Yeah, he's the guy
It'd be
with the
nice
suit.
to say hello. All right.
Oh, you don't know my son?
I mean, I've heard about him for years, but
Not that son. That son was here. You missed that because you weren't at the shoot on Friday. But yeah, that's Gio.
Gio I met.
Gio, he met. You don't mean Freddie, who's here all the time?
Yeah, I met Freddie the first day I was here.
Yeah. Now Freddie just had that test done, and he has on his phone all of the things that he is, and apparently I'm not his father. Because I'm none
Well,
of
you
those
could have went on the
things.
Maury show to find that out.
I mean, this is just it's really cool when he comes. Come here, Freddie. Come here, Frederico.
He's outside.
Freddie,
Oh, there he is.
how you doing? Freddie, didn't you just have a DNA test done?
23andMe, yeah.
Okay, and what? Aren't you like Native American? It's like a piece of you that's Native American.
Yep.
How much?
16%.
16%.
Wow.
That's cool.
Well, how can that be? I'm not even 1%. What happened?
It's not from your side.
He's not from my side. It's his mother's. He has his mother's DNA. He looks like his mother. Now, can you imagine finding out that you are Native American and it took a head-on collision
Yeah.
for
Well,
that to happen?
I'm half Jewish and half Indian. Mazel hao.
Mazel tov.
Mazel Hao, that's great.
That's amazing. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the cigars, because Christian was
Yeah.
telling
Sure.
us that you love rolling these bad boys by hand. Is that true?
It's true. The people that roll for me are from Cuba. We've got over 50 years experience, the youngest one. That's Jamila. She started at age 8. And how we do this is we pattern ourselves after premium cigars. For instance, the one that I have called the Wind is patterned after the Monte Cristo
Very nice
Classic.
cigar.
I actually smoked it 3 days in a row in a blind taste test with Monte Cristo Wind, and it took me 3 days to find the difference.
Wow.
And the
Yeah.
Monte Cristo is supposedly a fantastic deal.
Top of the line.
Top of the line.
Yeah.
That's because all my imported tobaccos come from the best parts of the world. We buy from the same farms.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because when you have Cuban partners, you have those kind of relationships.
And where does the tobacco come from?
It'll come from Dominica, Honduras, Nicaragua, Indonesia, Ecuador.
So you bring all those tobacco flavors in and mix them, and then you do the cigar? Is that the way it works?
We do. It's just like making wine. It's a fine art. We can actually make right now, after 7 years, successfully 42 unique blends.
Holy smokes! You
Yeah, give them the 5 different names of the cigars.
Okay, there's Wind, Paleface, Arrow, Redskin, and Fire.
Now the Fire sounds like it's a strong blend.
Extremely.
It's a bold.
And then which is a bold, and which is the
Yes.
least Fire?
The Wind.
The win.
Oh, so you put them in category of strong to weak?
I do mild, medium, full, and full.
It's very cool. You smoke cigars?
Yeah, once in a while I enjoy a cigar. Now, my great grandfather, who's old school Italian, right, in New York, he used to take his cigars, he used to dip them in red wine, and he used to hang them on the clothespin to let it dry out. And
Red wine.
But the smell,
Yeah.
the smell of it.
Not-
But that's how they used to smoke back in
Yeah.
the day. Now, have you rolled in Avanti's Italian restaurant?
I have not.
Okay, 'cause
That's
you look-
not me.
I thought maybe that was you. So he would be very beneficial for someone like me because I see you guys all the time in like cocktail hours at the weddings that I do. So I can absolutely, you know.
We use them in charity golf tournaments that we do to help promote AmRide, and we would give out free cigars to all the golfers. You know, they would come by so that we could help get his cigars out, but it was like a double combo. You know,
Yeah.
it helped promote him and it helped promote us as well. So
Cigars are a great bonding experience.
oh.
Well, I bring up where the tobacco comes from because on the set we have our friend Mr. Cruz, planner himself, and your port of destinations go to some of these countries that grow
yeah.
this stuff, right?
For a lot of years, they always spoke about where the seed came from, and then they would transport the seed to various locations. I guess the soil composition and whatnot, because at that time Cuba was the cigar, and you know, we do trips now to Cuba, so. Technically, you can smoke and buy them in Cuba and bring them back, but there's still laws that can prevent.
If an American citizen is caught smoking a Cuban cigar anywhere in the world, according to the tobacco code, they're fined up to $65,000
For smoking
up to 2 years imprisonment.
For smoking a cigar.
For
That's an
smoking a
expensive cigar.
Cuban cigar.
But hold on a second. Didn't Trump just free that lady who was in jail and they're going to free you up after a couple of years of serving and all that other nonsense is going on with
Well,
it?
absolutely. It's the biggest joke out there.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
We need medical cigars.
Now, can you smoke cigars from these countries, Cuba, let's say?
Yeah.
If I buy a Cuban cigar on the ship, am I in jeopardy of breaking some federal law?
They typically don't sell them on board the ship, but when you go into the ports, they're right in the ports, and you can buy them right
Yes,
there.
they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Anybody else been to Cuba? Cuba, anybody?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah. You gotta
Like
go.
to.
I
I
mean,
would like
he
to.
has those. Now, Paul has a. Holy smoke! Somebody's calling. Good luck with that. Hey, Dylan, we may need your assistance. You gotta answer it, honey. Thank you for calling. And just don't look at the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
This is gonna be so much fun. Do you have, let's say, with Paul program coming out? Yes.
Have a what?
Let's get on the sale deal.
You were saying, don't what?
Don't look at the man behind the camera.
Yeah.
Sail with Paul.
Yes, Come Sail with Paul. This is a program that I've put together, and it really is about let's all get away from the humdrum, the bad news, all of the horrible stuff that we see on TV, and have a week and just blast it all out. Going on November the 10th out of Fort Lauderdale on the Allure of the Sea. We're going to be going to St. Thomas. Beautiful, if you have never been there.
St. Thomas is
Somewhere I've
Saint-
wanted to go.
St. Kitts, which is a world unto itself, and then the perfect day of Coco Cay in the Bahamas.
Now, how many days is this voyage?
7 nights.
And I heard that you're taking Jen G and somebody else.
Taking
Me.
Jen G's going. No,
Yeah.
there were 2 women on the set. Who are you going with the 2 ladies that said they're in?
Oh, Jen G said she's coming in, and there's
Somebody else.
yeah, somebody I don't remember the
Was
name.
it Adelphi? It was somebody.
Yeah, Delphi. That's what it was.
Two
Thank you.
women that and
Yeah.
they're blowing it up all over Facebook that they're going to be joining you
Yeah.
for.
So
They're
here's
having
the,
problems with the phone.
here's the deal.
Audio.
Cabins start from $1,600 for 2 people, all in taxes, gratuities.
That's for 2 people.
2 people.
Not per person.
Two.
Wow.
And $100 deposit, get your cabin reserved. You have until July to pay it off, either in installments or
Yeah.
you want to pay it off at once.
Huh.
And then you're good to go, and it's going to be a great cruise.
What's the name of the ship?
Allure of the Seas.
And it leaves out of Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, he
Maybe.
has some fantastic deals with some huge vessels that do ice skating, they do go-karts. You seen this thing with the go-karts?
Yeah.
Can you imagine you and me, 2 big guys on a go-kart, running around the ship?
Norwegian has the go-karts on it.
It's ridiculous.
That is crazy.
I'm still stuck on the Great Elk. That's such a cool name. I would love to be like the Great Elk.
Who's a great elk?
That's one of his names.
Oh, you know, I'm thinking ships here, and I'm going, where we have the great elk? What's the matter with this guy? So, Paul, what else you got cooking?
Well, we have the Allure of the Seas coming up. Come Sail with Paul. That's going to be a big trip coming on there. And, you know, there are other people that maybe want to going away this summer with their families on Royal Caribbean. And there's a tremendous promotion that is being offered for the second guest, 60% off the cost of the sail, and kids sail free, and up to $100 in cash money on board the vessel. You know, if you've gone anywhere, you go to a hotel, go to a resort, add in the food, add in the entertainment, all the things that you're going to be doing, and this is 30 minutes away from us, and you have the vacation of a lifetime. They have, if you want the kids with you, they're with you. If you want to put them into the camps that they have, the day camps, it's fabulous. Restaurants, food. If you like to drink, you can buy packages on that. But everything else on the ship is paid for.
What about this money you can make on the ship? They give by, don't they have like gambling on the ship?
They have casinos.
So, casino. So when you play on a casino, is it ship money?
No, it's dollars.
It's American
It's
dollars.
American
You know
dollars.
what happened to me in Greece, right?
You have
Thousands of dollars I won playing cards.
Monopoly.
It was ship money. The guy says you got 1 day to get rid of 10,000, whatever the hell it was.
Is it good
Okay,
for
so
the
we have
ball?
some comments coming in from Facebook. Michael Pla, he says, "Did you send me cigars to Bill Clinton?"
Did you send cigars to Bill Clinton?
I did not, but I bought his humidor.
There you have the answer, Michael. And I did. I sent him a cigar. You would like that? Call me later. I'll tell you what kind of cigar it was.
So we have a couple. So I guess shout out to Scott Murray. Scott Murray's trying to call in. He's an attorney up in West Palm Beach.
Dylan messed that up.
Tell him to try again. I'll get it. I'll get it right this time.
Scott, if you're listening, please try again. Same thing with Tom Rodriguez. Tom Rodriguez is listening. He has a question for the cigar guy. He says, if you know where the custom of giving out cigars to celebrate newborn boys, where did that come from?
Actually, I looked that up, and it was, I believe that it generated in Europe. That's where a lot of the old wives' tales started, and it was meant for good luck.
There you go, Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy,
Same
I-
like you give cigars out at weddings too, you know.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's a pagan tradition. The only reason I know that is because I had 2 boys. It's a pagan tradition. They used to smoke a pipe.
Well, you know, I don't know if
The
you, but
Indians did
Yeah.
too.
we gave out
They used to
cigars
smoke
even
a
with
pipe,
girls.
right.
Yeah, boys or girls.
No,
You give
girls
them
with
a cigar.
lollipops, ice
Congratulations.
cream or something else.
Well, we gave out
That's a
pink
great
cigars,
question.
you know, the pink little bands around them or the blue little
Yeah.
bands around. That's what we did.
You gave out cigars for your girls?
Absolutely.
Really? Really?
Especially,
Really? You didn't give out candy or chocolate, or you gave out cigars. I got a girl. Cigar.
You are right, Freddie. It started with pipes.
Yes, and the pagans did. You know, most of our traditions, including when they go with the hands behind the head, the horns and all that, it's all from the pagans. And Halloween and all of that stuff. And if you look it up, I'm not making it up. Look it up. I know you ain't believing me, but it's there.
That's how we got Easter eggs at Easter.
So yeah, it's another tradition.
Pagan feast.
It's true. It's all good stuff. And it's traditional because you sort of do this stuff. Now, I bet you don't know this trivia.
Yeah.
This guy right here, this guy sold the Manhattan Island. He bought Manhattan Island from the Indians.
Native Americans. Native Americans.
Native Americans.
Did you get a good price is the question.
But this guy, tell him a little bit about that background that nobody knows about. The way you studied the...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
In
By
previous
the way-
life, I was a licensed trader to the Native Americans. I dealt in jewelry, arts and crafts. I used to travel out to the reservation, Zuni, Navajo, Hopi. Lived among the people back in that day, before the casinos. Lots of problems with the Native Americans. We used to have to bank and put up the cost of the silver, of the stones, and that was my business for about 7 years.
And you would think you know a guy, right?
And this was in a previous life?
Freddie.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Susan
How do you
Warline
figure
says
that
that she'll
out?
promote the cigars at her golf outing.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Susan, we'll make sure we get you a number, and I guess what do we call him? Indian?
IA Cigars.
I know, but what do I call this guy? Indian?
Yeah.
Indian or India
No,
is
the great
appropriate.
elk. That's
Great elk.
That's you gotta go with.
Everybody calls me Indian or Indy.
I
So
call him
whatever you
Indian.
prefer.
Call him Indian. Great elk. You know, only you can think that way.
I'm calling elk.
Yeah.
So, Paul, what is the latest and greatest? What do you got for us this week as a special offer? Because I know you always come here.
You know,
Something's cooking.
there are so many things that are there. People are just starting to plan out what they're going to be doing for the summer. And Europe is very, very hot. River cruises are very, very hot.
You ever been on a
Avalon is running a special right now. Airfare from $299 plus $1,000 per couple off the cost of a European sailing if they book by February 28th.
And where's it going?
It's going to any one of the European. It's either up the Rhine, Germany, to France, or through Italy.
Well, I'm interested in the France thing. Where's
Wine
it go?
cruise.
Where's it going in France?
Goes to Avignon.
I don't know that one is. What is that? Is that like close to Paris?
No, not close to Paris. It's off the river, and it's wine country.
Wow.
Is there
There
like
you
a
go.
is there like a river in Paris?
No.
Isn't there a
They have
river
the
in Paris?
sewers of Paris,
The
not
sewers of
not the rivers of Paris.
I knew there was
and
money-
there's no
there's
wine in there.
There's no wine in Paris. Have you ever been to Europe?
No,
Have you never been to Europe?
never outside the states,
Are you serious?
except Puerto Rico, which is the states.
Yeah.
I went to Europe. I went to Tunis, where they make the train, the speed trains. I went in there for a little bit.
Bucket list is Italy and Greece. That's my bucket list.
Italy's the best.
Have you been to
I just
Indonesia?
booked a cruise
I've been
for
to
a
Indonesia a
client.
bunch of times.
They fly from Miami to Venice, Italy. So the first part of your cruise is in Venice, and you know Venice is not far from Florence, and you get to see all the great art history. They get on a cruise ship, and then they go to all of the Greek islands, and then they stop in Croatia.
Nice.
Croatia.
Croatia
Where
is
is that?
absolutely beautiful.
Just missed winning the World Cup.
Now, Croatia. Let me ask you about Croatia, because they were in a war for like 12 years. Did they fix all that up?
You would never know it.
Really?
Yeah, it
I
is
always
a top,
worried about that.
top
me
tourist
too.
destination.
Really?
And it is said the most beautiful women in the world come from Croatia.
My buddies just went to Croatia last year when the World Cup was going on.
Did he come back?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they said it was awesome.
So, and interestingly enough, it was for singles. This is the special pricing for singles. So, you know, many professional women, not so much the guys, but more the women, they want to travel, they're by themselves, and they don't want to be hit upon the whole time. So they're able to get special pricing to go to see Europe and do the things that they want to do. They stop at ports that typically you're not going to find a lot of tourists at.
You know, it's really funny. When you go to Europe, one of the things I wanted to always do was that Trans-Europe Express thing. You know, taking the train. Yeah, I love trains. You know, and these trips, do they allow you to take one river train and then another river?
Most of the ships are leaving port at a certain time. If you take the train, you're going to miss the ship. So you're really talking about doing a rail tour of Europe.
Okay.
So you'd fly over, there'd be hotels, you pick where you want to go, you get the train tickets, and we can book either escorted or unescorted tours. You may be interested in food or wine or art or history, and that would be geared to what you want to do. We do a lot of them in Italy. Italy is a fabulous place to tour.
Now, have you done these train deals in Europe?
I have not personally been on the
See, I
trains,
wanna
but
do that.
I've seen people.
See, I got a problem. See, here's my problem.
You don't speak the language.
No, no. I actually understand 90% of it because that's what my family is. But my problem is this: I'm usually the guy that knows where everything is. Right? Everyone goes, "Do you know? Yeah,
Right.
Go here, this and that, this and
Yeah.
that." Now, recently we just went to Vegas. That was my first time in Vegas, me and my wife. And I was like a fish out of water because I didn't know where anything was. I couldn't get out of the resort sometimes. I couldn't find my way out of the hotel.
Well,
So,
that's what happens when you
they're
drink
so
heavily.
big
now. Yeah, they're
When you
big.
drink heavily, that's what happens.
I know.
All right, so let's do this. Let's take a commercial break so we can figure out why the phone is not working. Is it because we moved the speaker?
I'm getting a lot of text messages that they're calling in,
And that coming
and Dylan
from-
keeps hanging up on them.
All right, listen, let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
2 and 2.
Cool.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself, give yourself the chance to be heard, and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
And we got the phones working. What is it with you and
Great elk.
The great elk.
That looks good on you.
It does, right?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to take it out of the bag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps if it.
But you know what? I'm gonna keep it because I can gift this out as a gift. Like when I see Dr. Grauer, who doesn't smoke, I say, "How's the leg?"
Yeah. Well, shout out to Donnie Lombardo. Donnie loves his cigars, and he goes to those cigar lounges.
A lot of women smoking cigars.
Yes, I know.
Yes. You ever seen how women they do a lot of stuff for business? And I used to work for John Hancock, and they used to smoke cigars and drink brandy, and they did the same thing the guys used to do, and they were heavy hitters. I mean, they could sing. I did a deal with Lawrence Taylor, right? I did a film piece.
LT?
Lawrence, what LT? Yeah. Lawrence
refrigerator.
He loves his cigars. So every meeting was at this cigar place. I took Gio with me, and Gio used to come and says, "Dad, I can't meet Lawrence no more because if it's gonna be at the cigar place, because it was like real, like it's a big cigar place." And Lawrence loved his cigar, and he used to talk with the cigar. And when the cigar went out, stop the film. We gotta have the cigar. Love the cigars. So it's a comfort thing, People cigars.
See, like cigarettes, I can't handle the smell. It chokes me. But a cigar.
Now
no
you
problem.
do weddings and everything else. You probably have cigars around you all the time.
Well, like I was telling them, I mean, cocktail hour, you see a lot of these rollers that come out, and the guys get, cigars, and even women, I mean, and they do a nice hour there, and they make good money, and everyone's happy.
Good stuff. Now,
Have you been to some of the cigar shops in California?
No, I haven't.
That's where.
and
you
the
have-
phone is working. We're going to find out.
This may be Gina.
Now, you had a question on Facebook for Paul?
Yes. So
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
listening to the show, can you ask Paul to talk more about the European cruises? No, river cruises.
River cruises in Europe.
Okay. So let's begin with, do you want to go in a Chevrolet, or do you want to go in a Cadillac, or you want to go in a Mercedes?
I thought we're going cruises.
Well, we are going cruises, but
No, I
price
get what you're saying.
and what you're looking for, they're going to go hand in hand. The more popular river cruises, such as Viking or AMA Waterways, are towards the middle of the road. But the thing about the river cruises, only 150 people on board. You get to know everyone. They're all guided tours. You're going, and you're either going for food, you're going for history, you're going for art. You pick the rivers that you would like to go on if you want to
Hold
go
on one
to
second.
Sure.
We actually got this working.
Oh, okay.
You can't put it on in the middle of him talking because this is a new concept. We have new board ops and stuff that we're trying.
What's it called, phones?
It's called. No, she hung up.
She hung up.
You hung up?
You're probably costing me money because I can be selling gigs right now.
That's right. That's right. You got to turn on the mics only when they finish talking. Okay, here we go. So continue.
All right, rewinding the tape.
Rewind.
We're going back, and you're talking about a very personal experience, and mistaken idea is that you're going to deal all with the older people. There are millennials that are going on these cruises, there are singles that are going on these cruises, and there are families that are going on the cruises. One of the more popular one I talked about is the one that goes to Lyon and Provence. It's with Viking Cruise Lines, and it starts from $19.99 per person, $2,000. That's really a great deal. They have special airfare because they're able to aggregate a lot of people that are going from a gate city like Miami. You go, from the minute you land, they have you transferred to the ship, you're on board, and from that time on, you're just immersed in high quality food, all that you can drink. You have lectures from extraordinary people that are there, and you get to actually see the cultures that you're visiting. Great vacation.
Good stuff. You didn't answer her question?
I think that answered it. Tom,
Now-
any more questions? Let me know.
Now, somebody called, and what happened was we weren't ready for you yet, but if you call back, we'll put you on the air.
Now, if we
immediately.
get a matchmaking service, we may be able to.
A matchmaking. I don't think people are matchmaking no more.
Yeah,
I think they stopped doing
do.
it. No, I don't think people are getting married anymore. They stopped.
Serially together.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
Because financially, they have to figure out whether it's worth getting married. I mean, that's a true statement, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a business now. Yes, no, I mean, you marry people. You guys actually marry people, right?
Yes.
You see more marriages or less? You're going to tell me more. I can see it already. You're going to tell me more, right?
Well, you know, it's not only am I seeing more marriages, you know, but there's different markets now. You know, we have our lesbians, we have, you know, it's a whole different market.
This is still a marriage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
I do the bridal shows.
So
and-
it's even more weddings. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. There's more weddings.
But is it marriage or just weddings? Look at it, I'm thinking. Look at it, look at it. One is supposed to follow the other, ain't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to start a new tradition. First of all, I'm taking away Valentine's Day from women, with all due respect. It is a man's Valentine year. We are going to do Valentine's for men. So you get beautiful flowers from Blossom Moments. Woman buys for man, not man buys for women. I think women should, this year, because it's the year 2019, women should take care of the men just for this year. You guys will get it back next.
Take care of the men?
Of men. Of their man. Okay. Of their man. I'm sorry, I'm
Thank
Puerto
you.
Rican. To me, men sounds like man. Take care of your other side, right? Sopranos, you agree?
I agree.
You see? It's working.
Well, I posted a picture this week on Instagram, and it was a mom with 4 little children and a nice belly in the front, and she's holding up a sign that says, "Please tell my husband this Valentine's Day a back rub should not result in a pregnancy."
I saw that. That was you?
That was me.
4 kids later.
How many November
How many you got?
babies do we know?
I have 5. Well, I got hit with a double. My first of twins.
Were they? You know, I hear you got to focus to get that done. Is that true?
Apparently not.
My uncles, I got twins in my family. I wasn't fortunate enough to get twins, but my uncles, all of them had twins. Twin boys and girls. It's nuts.
My cousin has 2 sets of boy twins.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unreal.
You can imagine.
You know, if you could get past the first like 7-8 months, it's smooth sailing after that. It's pretty becomes a little routine. But the first 6-7 months,
Twins?
yeah.
No sleep.
Well, they're on opposite schedules, so one you put it's like Groundhog Day every hour. You know, one goes to sleep,
Yeah.
the other one wakes up. Blah, blah, blah. You know how many times the same baby got fed twice? I mean, it was just
The same baby got fed twice.
you're a zombie.
Did you hear that? He fed one kid and didn't feed the other.
Days between showers.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because we have the Youth Tennis Association.
Perfect.
Perfect segue.
Bada boom.
Moving right along.
Moving right along.
Speaking of children,
Speaking of children, on the set we have
the Delray Beach Youth Tennis Foundation,
now.
and I'm Christoph and Kathy.
And Chris and Kathy is good.
Yep,
Chris and
sure.
Kathy. Now Freddie is very bad with names. That's
Okay.
why, AKA Sopranos and Animator and Memphis, and
Gotcha.
we haven't figured out Elliot's name yet. For some reason, I can remember his.
How can you
Maybe
forget Elliot?
Sound guy. I mean, and then I have the new Yes Man. I mean, I have all sorts of things going on here. Tell us a little bit about the Delray Youth Tennis Foundation.
Sure. The Delray Beach Youth Tennis Foundation is a nonprofit 501c3 located here in Delray Beach, Florida. Through community partnerships and parental engagement, we our mission is to provide at-risk youth with tennis, academic support, and life skills.
Now, I got to be honest. In the day, I played a lot of softball and baseball because I couldn't afford anything else. You know, we used to go in the sewers and bring out the softballs that
Yep.
got caught down there. We used to dry them in the sun.
Well, handball, don't forget.
Any ball that was down there, handball, baseball, it didn't matter. But we got them from the sewer because nobody would be stupid enough to go into a New York City manhole sewer
Yeah.
and go get these balls, right? So we used to play. But tennis, I loved. I couldn't afford a racket, and there wasn't any place in the Bronx to play tennis. I
No.
think Cardinal Hayes, I think, had,
Yeah.
and you had to jump the fence to get in there.
I do a lot of events over at Booker Woodfield.
Okay.
All their tennis tournaments. It's gotten so big. When I first started 4 years ago, you know, it's during the week, but it used to be just, you know, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Now they got me bringing out the dry ice machine and
Nice.
fireworks when they come into the intro. It's like the intros is so much stronger than, and then the game starts, you know.
I mean, going on that, 99% of the children who are part of our program have never seen tennis, nor have they played tennis.
That's my point.
Yeah, and luckily through the USTA grants and USTA of Florida, they've helped us gain, they provide us with equipment, rackets, tennis balls, and these kids come on and they think the main goal is to take a racket and try to hit the ball as far as they can over the screens out of the park. And then through our program, both in the classroom and on the court, they learn focus, they learn dedication, they realize, okay, I have to, focus on trying to get this ball in the lines, and they just, one point at a time, we tell them.
So it's discipline.
Discipline, exactly. Yeah.
No, but I mean, can you imagine? I mean, you're picking up. I'm imagining you're picking up kids from all types of life, and they come in there, and they're gangsters. It is what it is. That's what they used to call us. They used to call us gangsters. And I can just imagine learning this discipline.
Yeah.
They must be like, what is this? It's like a guitar backwards.
Or they think it's a sword, and they start swinging around. And one of the we always teach them, all right, when you pick up the racket, you hug the racket, because if you start swinging, you don't know who's behind you. People get hurt, kids get hit in the face. But like you said, they think it's a sword, it's like, and they've never played. I mean, they play basketball, they play football, but they've never played a sport that have a tool. And that's something that,
What ages are they?
The ages range from 7 to 11.
And they're categorized according to age?
No, well, technically, so it's a 2-hour program, 1 hour in the classroom, 1 hour on the court, and we try to group them in the age because we have something called red ball and orange ball, and red ball, it's a big fluffy ball, it's softer, it doesn't bounce as far, and you're usually 8 and under play that, and then through 10 and under, 11 and under, we use an orange ball. It's the size of a tennis ball, but it's deflated. So you can, start honing your skills to progress to play.
Does anybody eventually play with a real fuzzy ball, with a tennis ball?
I mean, yeah.
We do. We have some of our older kids in the 7th and 8th grade who are now using real balls, or real balls, the yellow balls, as we call them.
How long has the program been in existence?
4 years.
4 years. Mm-hmm. And have you seen the outcome of the kids at the end of the rainbow, the ones that have been, do they stick 4 years in the program?
Most of them, we only go through 3rd through 5th grade. So we have graduated some of those students. A lot of them, we do see them come back. They'd love to I try and get them back out on the tennis court to play again and work with the younger kids. As mentors, that's what our objective is too. But we have seen definitely improvement, and we've also seen a child that has no success in anything all of a sudden is able to hit the ball over the tennis court, over the net, and it's fantastic. They love it.
Also, mind you, Kathy Ryman and her sister Peg Perez founded the foundation in 2015, so she's been there since inception. And I remember I started in the beginning of 2017, at which point we had one program, 25 children. Now we've grown to over 220 children and 7 programs.
220?
Yeah.
Who?
No one's on the phone.
Eh. Put her on. We have to, you have to teach the producers how to answer a phone.
No.
We're going to put you on, Dawn. Dawn, you there? I don't think you're there, Dawn. We're going to put you on. Whenever they do, whenever you hear, you can just interrupt us. So I'm assuming the two of you are very good tennis players.
Pretty good, but you don't have to be. So we're always looking for volunteers, both in the classroom and on the tennis court.
On the tennis court.
So if I don't know how to hold a racket, I can be a teacher?
We can teach you.
Oh, we can teach you to teach.
Okay, bring her in. Dawn, you there? Hey, Dawn. Dawn, that's Dylan doing the damage. Just to let you know. Oh, there you go.
Just let me tell you something.
I hear you.
I am the world's worst tennis player. I have absolutely no eye-hand coordination.
What?
She's world's worst tennis eye-hand coordination.
You still don't have. What are you talking about? You're like Tripazella. I tripped before.
All you need is the enthusiasm and the will to want to play, and we can teach you.
Yeah. And it starts without a racket,
That will be a show in itself, Vern.
Let's do it. Let's bring cameras. You and Dawn learn how to play tennis.
And you can be with the kids.
And I would love to be with him. Tomorrow that would be a Freddie camp and a Dawn camp, but I would love to be with the kids.
Do
We
you-
once brought a tennis association to Del Prado to work with the kids in after school.
First-
And it was amazing.
first of
That's
all-
what I could-
First of all, I'm going to tell you, Dawn, you don't like to sweat. And this game, you sweat. Dawn goes, oh, I'm perspiring. Look at this. She has a fan.
Say that.
Yeah.
Well, imagine this. Imagine I'm sweating and running back and down the tennis court trying to hit a ball with my eyes on the speed ball in the racket. Just visualize that concept. Yeah. But it's all about kids.
Gotta
Dawn,
look
It
good.
is.
Gotta look good.
she got to look good. Dawn,
You know, looking good when I play, but
I would
it's
love-
every concept, get the kids engaged.
I would love to see you play tennis. I think, I'm going to tell you something about tennis.
Yeah.
It ain't no joke. Tennis is no joke. I mean, we're making fun of it a little bit here, but tennis is no joke because it is you, and again, it's you. And the better body builder, the stronger the body, the more endurance. So you see in the tennis match, and it goes 6-4, 6-4, then the other person comes back 6-4, 6-4, and they
Yeah.
go into this thing. And you're like, holy smokes! Service in the game has changed.
Oh yeah.
Is that real? 143 miles an hour?
Yes.
Yeah. And I
How do
think
you
almost-
see that?
It's
169
I
miles
think
an hour?
150. I think now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's seconds, milliseconds of reaction time. It's the equipment's getting better. Strings are getting better. People are taller, stronger.
But the ball
It's-
hasn't changed.
The ball has not changed.
Can you imagine? I just served to you at 150 miles an hour 10 times
I
right
would
now.
love to see that.
Right now, I just served it 10 times. You don't see it.
Yeah.
You missed it.
I would love to see Freddie do that. It's a great sport. It's great for the kids.
I'm gonna
Thank
tell you.
you.
I'm gonna tell you something. Honey, not for nothing, but if you were at a tennis court right now, he was just talking about how to hit the ball right at somebody. I tell you, I'm gonna tell you
But
something.
we should do a tutorial.
A what?
A tutorial. It would be great to go there and learn
Yeah.
the beginnings of the game.
I mean, any day, Monday through Friday. Friday's every other Friday.
Steve was all
I'm
in.
in.
Yeah.
More.
You're in?
Right?
That'd be great.
There you go.
I'll bring some music.
There you
I'll
go.
sit behind the
Here we go.
Oh,
We're
no,
gonna
no,
have
no.
a
You're on the court.
Can you put
Who's
music?
bringing the food?
Can you put? We'll get that. No, that's the piece of cake. Can you
Bring
put
the great
music?
elk. Can you
Wait,
bring some cigars?
no, you can't
No
smoke
smoking
on
on
the
court.
court.
No, you
no
can't
No
do
smoking on
that.
court.
No.
Yeah.
What's the matter with
Bad idea, Steve.
Steve, we bring you candy cigars. How's that?
But I do applaud you because, back to what we were talking about on Mental Monday, right? Mental Health Monday. The discipline. And,
Steve was talking bronchitis.
I'm trying to be serious, Dawn. And no, but giving the kids structure and giving the kids something to do. The kids have too much time on their hands, and they don't have any outlet, anywhere to sit there and be. So, any program that is dedicating the time to give them the structure, and you never know, they might have a hidden tennis superstar within them.
You never know.
I mean,
And the discipline of the game.
Well,
discipline. Period.
Well, that's it. They all learn about the life skills, learning how to shake hands. They have to call the ball in or out on their own. There's no referees. It's your honor.
Or that could get kind of violent.
Yeah.
No.
Etiquette, shaking hands after the
etiquette,
match.
Shaking
Really?
hands after a match.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that ball's
Sportsmanship.
always in for
Yeah.
me.
Well, but that's the thing. There are kids who call it out a lot, and what we do is we go up there, and I'll be like, "Did that really? Point to me where that fell." And everybody can see that it landed at least 2 feet the other side of where he's pointing. And I'm like, "Look, you have to be honest here. I mean, if you call that out, that's going to follow you, and people are going to start knowing that okay, maybe he's a cheater or what have you. And so they have to, right or wrong, right there decide which side of the line they fall upon.
Now, if it hits the line, is it out?
No.
Hits the line, it's in. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Any
God,
part
I've been
of the
playing
line.
this wrong. This
And it
game
could be
wrong all the time.
milliseconds, millimeters. Just like
So if it lands on the line, if it hits the line on either side, it's a fair ball. It's a good.
Yeah.
It's good.
If you're playing, depending on singles, doubles.
But don't
yeah.
give that
No,
away.
no,
yeah,
no,
all
no.
right.
Don't give that away because
Okay.
I want to say, Dawn, you still there?
Oh, all right.
Are we going to play doubles first?
She's putting on her.
Do you
sneakers.
know the dimensions on a tennis court? How to play doubles?
No.
Uh huh.
Do you?
Yes, because that's why they have those boxes. The court opens up. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes, the lines
ping
get
pong.
wider, like ping pong.
No.
Hey, you know what? But it's true. You can help the kids with discipline, you get them out and engaged. in the sport and activity, you keep them off the streets, and you keep them together as a group, it's a win-win.
Well, yeah. And we also work with them academically too.
Right?
Oh, listen, there's another side to this. Hold on a second. Academics. Let's talk about the academics.
Yes, we also support them in their academics, make sure that they get their homework done. We
Really?
also encourage we also we supplement it with other activities. For instance, in geometry, on a tennis court, we teach them right angles, we teach them squares, we teach them rectangles, what these are. They can see them on the court. We do a lot of reading. They read about Arthur Ashe, who was one of the founders of the NJTL.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of reading comprehension just outside of what they do.
Where do they play?
We play, what's great about Delray is there are a lot of courts. We have courts at Catherine Strong, we have courts at Pompey Park, and we also use the courts at the Delray Tennis Center.
Really? You know these places?
Yeah.
My son swims at Pompey Park.
Right.
And those tennis courts right there, the two
Yeah.
tennis courts. Yeah. And also speaking about the
Tennis center is right here.
yes. And I mean, if we could do a plug, on April 7th at 1 to 5, we're doing our 4th annual tennis tournament fundraiser. Every year, the Delray Tennis Center has been kind enough to let us host it there, or they host it. And it's a great event to get people out from all around the county to learn more about us, and then all the proceeds go towards our foundation and back into the program to help get more.
What is the activities? What happens?
It's a round robin tennis tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of it's women's doubles.
I want for them to join us at the BB&T Center, so I hope they'll join us. The kids
Oh,
Yes.
yes,
March
yes.
23rd.
Yes.
Take
Yeah.
it easy. We signed them up already.
Yeah.
See that? Lesson for you.
Yes, we signed them
All
up.
right, guys, have a good one.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Talk to y'all soon.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. And I wanted to say, if people are calling in already and if they want more information to take their kids there, first the age group again and phone number or website.
Go ahead.
Age group is, again, 5 is the youngest, but it goes 5 to 11. You can find us at the DelrayTennisFoundation.org is our website, or on Facebook at Delray Beach Youth Tennis Foundation. The number is it's 561-321-1000. 332 1000.
561-332
1000.
1000. You call up and they'll give you all the information
Yes.
you need to enroll your kid and everything. You know, it's funny. I used to do flag football in the Bronx
Yeah.
because there was no tennis courts.
I used to play in New York City.
Where? You play in Manhattan?
No, in Staten
Where?
Island they had.
Oh, of
they
course,
had-
in Staten Island. I mean, Staten Island
Well,
is
they
like
have
Jersey.
Randall's Island and the 59th Street Bridge.
Randall's Island.
Yeah, 59th Street. I used to play at both.
Is there any charge to the children?
So
At this point, no, but our program is based after school program. Our goal is to eventually have a program that's set up for just the kids 5 days a week. Right now we work through the after school programs
Okay.
and introduce them.
So yeah, part of our community, part of those Achievement Center, Parks and Recs, recreational through Delray Beach, the Delray Beach Tennis Center, community, and then Paul's Place and Pine Grove, and then we also just outside of Palm Beach County, well inside Palm Beach County, but outside of Delray Beach is Suncoast Christian Academy in Lake Worth. And the kids, again, just going back, the kids are just amazing. You don't realize what they go through off the court and how they can control themselves when they're on the court. Some of the stories of a 9-year-old is just, very heartwarming.
You
And
supply all of the equipment?
Yes.
we do.
And
We do.
What do the children have to wear when they come?
They wear their school clothes, but they're recommended to wear tennis sneakers. And the biggest thing about that is making sure they're tied, because a lot of times they come and they don't tie their shoes, they trip and fall. So that's another part of that etiquette right there. To
Well,
make sure.
kids don't tie their shoes no more. You
No,
ever
they
seen-
don't. Yeah.
They sort of puff it out. They put
Yeah.
paper
Yes.
in there.
And they tuck it underneath their
Or they
foot.
tuck it underneath their
that's
foot.
huge. I've learned that.
I know. It's
Yeah.
a hazard. That's just the thing.
It's a style. Yeah.
It's like the pants that go down around your ankles. I'm still trying to figure that one out. You ever seen that? Steve, well, you seen that?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
The pants that go on your ankles.
Yeah, they show that. That's a prison thing.
Yeah. Like crisscross.
What's
back
it
in the
called?
day.
There's a name to it? Low rider?
That's what
It's low rider.
Low riding or whatever.
That's what it is.
Like when you can see their underwear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
That's
actually
a
by
prison
your
thing.
ankles.
That's a
You know
prison.
what that means.
That's a prison thing. Yeah, I know what it means. I just don't know why they don't know what it means and they're walking around
Oh,
with
they
it.
do.
They do know what it means?
I don't think all of them do.
I don't think they all
I
know.
think they just think it for fun. I don't know.
Show your underwear.
I don't know how fun it is. It's annoying. You gotta sit there and keep picking your pants on.
No, they let it hang. They let it hang down.
Yeah, but eventually you gotta.
Well, eventually it's around your ankle, you can't walk. And you know, not for nothing, but Confucius say if you're gonna do that, you should wash your underwear. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, you know, I mean, today's youth is mind-boggling. You know,
That's a show in itself.
The whole situation has. And I thought growing up, my parents used to say, "Boy, you guys are out of control." I look at it now. I was so tame and lame compared to now. I used to make softball tournament leagues at the age of 9.
Really?
Yes, because what happened was there was no league.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was doing real well in school, and I used to get bored. And my mother said, "You did the homework. I don't care what you did. You come home at 8 o'clock." So we used to get out at 2 o'clock. By 2:30, 3 o'clock, the homework was done, and I started a league. And we were called the T-shirt league. And you wore T-shirts, and you took a magic marker, and you put your name on your T-shirt, and you put a number, and you're done.
Yeah.
And we used to play concrete softball. You play
Stickball.
concrete? No, concrete softball.
No, we did stickball.
neighbors
I did
love that.
stickball.
Shirts and no shirts.
I'm gonna tell you, we used to play.
We didn't have the markers. Couldn't afford them.
He was ahead of his time.
We used to put markers, used to put the name, and then there was this, we used to call it the diamond. People used to meet there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we used to play fast pitch. Now, fast pitch was a joke. But if you hit it over a certain wall, you were an out, so you kept it in the game. And everybody knew not to park your cars there because you're going to get a busted windshield. I mean, this is what we did in the day, you know?
We did that with wiffle ball, too.
Wiffle ball, we did a lot of that. Punch ball.
Punch ball, stickball was really good.
This is stick ball right here, and stick ball back, because I wanted to teach people how to play this.
You had to tape the bottom
Of what?
when you're playing stickball, the grip.
I used to grip it.
Yeah, well, electric tape.
Electric tape.
Electric tape, yeah. Wasn't that the weirdest?
So April 7th, you have an event going on.
Yes.
April 7th?
Is that a Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Is it Sunday?
It is.
So I don't know if I'm available, but I'd like to introduce Rich Williams, who's sitting over there, Rich Photo
Rich.
Works. He's our photographer. He does all my photo work and stuff
Okay.
like that. But maybe it's something that we could, talk about after the show.
That'd be
Love
excellent.
it. That'd be
And,
awesome.
bring some music, get some pictures of the event, and,
That would be amazing.
What
Make
I
a
like
day out
you
of
to
it.
do is the week of, right before the event, I want you to come down and bring some of the kids that are going to be in the tournament.
Okay.
And let's put them on the air.
That would be amazing.
We'll put
We'd
them
love
on
that.
the air and give them, reward them for a little bit of experience.
Great
and
idea.
Turn
Yeah.
everything on and let them feel like $1 million, and
Yeah.
we'll find out how it feels to put the pressure on.
Hey, yeah,
There you go.
I love that. I mean, you guys, discipline, part of the game of life is pressure, right?
Yes.
It's part of the deal. Now, I wanted also to talk a little bit, and we have another 2 minutes before we go to commercial. I want to talk a little bit about on cruises, they play a game that's not tennis, but it looks like a tennis court. You ever seen those things?
Pickleball?
Pickleball.
You want
Pickleball,
pickleball
yeah.
or
What the?
or paddle?
What the hell?
Volleyball or pickleball?
Pickleball.
Okay, what is that?
Pickleball is big. It's
Okay, what is
It's
it?
down here
It's
too.
it's
You
a
know what
game
it
of-
is? You guys know what that is? You
Gym
know what that
class.
is? It's called pickleball.
It's taking over all the public courts because now you.
It's small.
Yeah, but
What?
the lines.
yeah.
It's
Two
What is
balls
it?
attached by a string and two.
no.
No.
Pickleball is.
That's how we played it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's like a miniature tennis
I'm
court.
more confused than when I walked
Miniature
in.
tennis court.
I don't play
The
pickleball.
racket's almost like it's no strings. Kind of like a racquetball.
Like a pad.
It's
Like
a
a paddle.
paddle.
Like a
It's
paddle.
It's a
The ball
paddle.
holes in it?
Yes.
Dimples.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know, we played in gym class.
It
in high
How
school.
recent? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I went to NYU,
All right.
and there was an Oriental friend of mine. See, I didn't see Chinese. You like that? I said Oriental. Well, maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. I don't know. But this guy was brilliant. He was a mathematician. He was brilliant. So he takes me to the rooftop, and he shows me, what do you call that, a pickleball court?
could be. Yeah.
I mean, it's a miniature-sized tennis court.
Yes.
And he comes out with 2 pads, and that day it was a blue ball. You play handball, and we're playing. And this guy was serving up this thing, and the ball was sliced. I'm like, what is this game? But they put that on boats, on the ships.
Ships, yeah.
But I never seen the paddles. You're supposed to go somewhere to get them, or
Yeah, ask any of the crew members if they have it on board. Well, they
Have you ever
if
played
they-
that?
No, I haven't. But pickleball to us, in the over 55 communities, it's not that at all. It's 2 balls attached with a string, and there are 2 PVC stanchions. One's low, one high, and it's trying to get them over the low one, the high one, and then together. And
oh, you mean you throw that?
Yeah, you throw
Oh, yes. My Linda's ex-husband brought that to the house.
Yeah.
I wish Freddie was here. Freddie was the champion. Nobody could beat him.
That's hard to do.
I've never seen a game like that. You ever seen that? It has 2 balls on a string, and
Never
then it
seen
has 3 pipes. And you
You
throw
seen
it.
that? You have to.
And you have to hit it, and I was horrible. I threw it, and I almost strangled Linda. She was over by the pool, and I went around her neck. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I try to go in this direction." But that's different from the
That's
court.
different. We called it pickleball, but obviously that's not what you're talking about.
No.
That's like the ladder toss ball game.
The ladder toss.
Yeah, this thing.
Yeah, that's the ladder
And of
toss.
course,
That's what they call
played
it.
bocce. That was the other thing.
Bocce ball. Now that's a game.
What was bocce ball?
That's an old Italian thing, but the bocce ball you
The
got.
baleen, the little wood.
Yeah.
And then it was circles and planes, and it was how close can you get it to the little ball.
Right.
And it's played
Oh,
on.
you mean that thing? You roll it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was in all the arcades. And all the tickets kept coming out.
No,
So we used to rent. No?
No, real
The
bocce
tickets.
ball's played in the field in like
Dirt, like kind of like
dirt landing, and someone throws a little ball out, and everyone else gets a ball, usually different colors or whatever, and whoever can throw the ball closest to that little ball wins. Like it's almost like horseshoes.
Yeah.
I've never played that game or seen it in my entire life.
So if your ball is too close to the small ball called the baleen, then I'm going to try to get you knocked out of there and put mine closer in there.
Isn't that the thing with the disc?
No,
That's
shuffleboard.
It's the same difference. But it's a ball. I've never seen that.
And of course, you have cigars and beer when you play.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, cigars and beer. What kind of people are
Big
you?
Uncas right there on the sideline.
Unbelievable. All right, so give us a name for the Youth Tennis Foundation, how to get more information.
It's the Delray Beach Youth Tennis Foundation. You can call us at 561-332-1000.
Or visit us at DelrayTennisFoundation.org and on Facebook, again, at Delray Beach Youth Tennis Foundation.
This is a not-for-profit?
Yes, it is 501.
So people
All
can
donations.
also make donations.
All donations are acceptable.
Oh, so you come down on March 23rd and
Oh,
you
yes.
join in that and everything else? I have an idea.
We're also looking for volunteers too, so it's not, any kind of.
Steve was going to volunteer?
Yeah.
Listen, I got an idea, Steve. We got a big parking lot. What if we were to take and paint some lines?
We can do that.
And get a net. I'm sure you guys can find
We have portable
net.
nets.
We build there's some locations that we do have to build our own courts.
Especially that back parking lot you got. No one even parks
In the
there.
back. And then, and then we have to put people around so so you don't dislocate your elbow. This still hurts. Not for nothing. And maybe we do something out there and then on one side, and then on the other side maybe we have a car wash drive or something to make some money. I think it'd be fun.
Great
That would be awesome. Thank you so much.
I wanted to do a stickball tournament out there. Now with this thing with the Panthers, we're gonna play hockey out there. Are we gonna do that? Are we gonna play the hockey game?
When are you doing that?
That's the 23rd.
Well,
March
with
23rd.
these
We're
guys,
looking for hockey sticks.
was that what we're doing?
Yeah,
We're gonna have some. We found it, right? Wasn't it like
Isn't there a Dick's Sporting Goods store, or did
Yeah.
they close?
In Boynton.
You know how expensive those hockey sticks are?
Yeah.
Maybe the Panthers can donate sticks if you tell them it's for what cause.
Panthers won't even donate ice. That didn't even sound right, did it?
Nah.
No, I don't want good sticks. I want junky sticks, like $4 sticks.
Okay, so Walmart, Target.
Walmart, they have sticks there?
It must.
Maybe up north. I don't
In
know.
Florida, I don't
Watch,
know about
Dylan is gonna bring a stick this big.
They don't even have trampolines anymore in Walmart.
They don't
Trying to
have.
get trampoline, they didn't have
You
it.
gotta go online.
I know.
All right, so we'll put
I
that
got
together.
one for the trampoline. I wanted it.
How many sticks? Okay, 10? 10 sticks?
Well, how many people play in a hockey game at one time?
I don't know.
10.
I watch hockey.
5 and 5 equals 10.
10. Plus
Two
goalie.
fives.
Plus goal. Plus goal.
And the goalie. Goalie get a broom.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's do what we did in the day.
Yeah.
With the pillow
The broom.
and the cardboard on the legs and the baseball mask. That was
Mask.
me.
Baseball mask.
Baseball mask. That's
Yeah.
what I used to wear. And a puck.
I'd play.
And that hurt.
No, you're too big to play. You're gonna be a goalie. I'll be a goalie. You and this guy gotta be goalies. Right. I'm gonna tell you, you hurt somebody out there. You take a slap shot, I can see it going right through the guy's, right through the mask. Boom!
Out the other side.
There'll be concussions all over the place. All right, so we can do that. All right, so let's take a break. We're gonna come back to part 3 of this craziness today. Dawn, I will get you back. Don't worry about it. Dr. Graubart, I wish you'll break a leg. Anyway, let's come back and we'll see you on the other side.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
And we are back to the Brooklyn Cafe. Listen, March 23rd, join us. Now, I was going to ask you, Sopranos, March 23rd, if people want to go to what website to find more information about the gig?
Oh, gosh. Okay, hold on.
Do you know?
You can go to the V card and you can click on the link. Yeah, the cafe. So you text cafe to 80800.
And you write the word cafe.
And you write the word cafe.
And voila, it pops.
And no text rate applies.
No text. You just in the text box you put cafe.
Yeah.
C-A-F-E.
No, it'll say like text rates apply, but none apply.
No, none apply. None apply. And then what happens is when you get to the website, there's a bar there that says join the March 23rd piece. You hit that, and it has the pricing, it has the seating. We will be in the top tier of this thing, and that's because there's free booze and food up there when you buy the ticket, and parking is included in the piece. And if you want to join, you have an organization, go to 80800, write the word cafe, and you can go in that direction, or you can go to the website, which nobody here seems to know where it is, and because Dawn is not here, we don't know where it is neither.
What website? Your website? Brooklyn Cafe?
The Brooklyn Cafe, is it animated? What is it?
It's the Brooklyn Cafe TV.com.
Is it?
.tv.
.tv.
The Brooklyn Cafe.tv?
No, just Brooklyn Cafe.
Just Brooklyn Cafe what?
Let's look it up.
All right, so while they're looking it up, let's go over
what
some dates.
What charities are actually going to be represented?
Any charity. You don't have to be a 501c3 anymore to do it. It's any group is allowed, but you have to
It's
fill
a great
this.
networking event for businesses.
It is.
Just to get your name out there.
And there's going to be all these businesses working with one another, but you have to fill out the form because on the form it says the name of your foundation, and that's where the Panthers are going to send the check. We have nothing to do with the money. So if you don't fill this out and let us know you're coming, and you sell tickets, you're going to sell tickets for a good cause, which is the Panthers. You won't be getting any of the $6 proceed from each ticket. So you have to register with us, and we happen to have the forms here and online at this mysterious website.
So I want to go over a few dates, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
February 24th, we're all going to be in Miami at the Secret Gardens of Miami.
And how are we getting down there?
Well, I'm driving my van because I'm going to have a thing full of equipment.
Well, we
So,
need. Well, we
I can
need
have
to,
Nick
A limo.
pick you up. Yeah, Nick can pick you up.
Nick is gonna take us down.
Yeah.
That,
So Nick will pick you up and bring you back home. So February 24th, 1 to 4. Any brides listening, especially down south. February 24th, 1 to 4, the Secret Gardens of Miami. We also have.
and what time is the event?
1 to 4.
1 o'clock. Okay.
It's 3 hours.
Okay.
We're giving away a free cruise, and we're giving away free dinners at the Secret Garden Miami. So everything's on the website, nysoundsevents.com. Now, do you remember Clem Caserta?
Yeah.
Does that remind you? Okay. He was in the Bronx Tale. You remember the Bronx Tale?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He was Sonny's right-hand man.
Yes.
Okay. Clem lives right here in Delray.
Does he really?
So I'm good friends with him.
That's the guy with the black hair.
Yes. He's the one that was on the bus and gave him the...
The mobster.
Yeah.
Steve, we have a question
Jimmy
from
whispers.
Facebook.
I'm sorry?
We have a question from Facebook.
Go ahead, hit it.
Phil
Toronto.
asks if it's pie eating contest with Steve today.
Pie eating
What's up,
contest?
Phil?
Oh my God, can we do that?
What?
Pie eating contest.
You can do it all day long. I can't. I'm a diabetic. What am I going to eat it and go to the hospital?
Sugar-free. Sugar-free pie.
Yes, we
It'll
can
work.
do it.
Well, he's from New York, so I'm assuming he's talking pie from New York, which is pizza. But anyway.
A pizza pie?
Oh, we can do
Pizza,
that.
yeah.
Can
Oh,
you do that? Pizza?
Yeah.
Okay.
All day long.
All right, so Clem
You can eat the most
Caserta
in a
does a
minute.
foundation with bullying. March 31st, I'm doing an event with him down in Boca at the Woodfields.
Country Club?
For that.
What time?
At 11:30 to 1, 11:30 to 3.
And what are they going to do?
They're having a foundation for bullying. Everything goes towards it, but it's going to be kids' events.
Nice.
All kinds of like games and stuff for the kids. And
Oh,
stuff
that's
like
kind of
that.
cool.
Nice.
We should bring him
So
on the
that's
set.
March 31st.
Should bring him on.
I told him, so he's gonna come by.
That's good. We'll play the Bronx Tale when he's here.
There you go.
That'd be
And then
fun.
last but not least, April the 28th, we'll be at Indian Springs Country Club. Me and Mr. Williams and Paul and the show. We're going to be at the Indian Springs Country Club at 1 to 4 for our wedding expo there.
That's
So,
right. We talked about that. That's on a Sunday.
That's on a Sunday.
And I want to bring in your photographer here, Mr.
Rich.
Mr. Mumbles, because I wanted to go over some of the unique stuff that you do with photography, some of the shots and things that you do as well. Now, you guys are all in the wedding planning business, from
Yep.
one aspect to the other. Is there any new things come out since last year to the modern deal? I know the bourgeois, is that what it's called? The sexy stuff?
Boudoir.
Yeah, boudoir.
The boudoir.
Let's not get in.
Armoire.
Armoire.
The armoire. I mean, has anything changed in the photography business or anything changed in the video business?
Nothing really. It's just the same old same. Photography, video, nothing spectacular. Just the same old same.
So still doing it the way
The wedding book, yeah, they still
Now,
want the wedding book
They
and stuff
use
like that.
they use
the
those
drone, yes.
You use that?
Some drone, yeah. Some weddings, a handful of weddings do require drone shots outdoor, of course, but not all the time.
With the mirror box.
And the mirror box, right? The photo book box, yes. Yes.
I like the drone for effect. So that even if it flies over the church or the place, whatever, and it's a nice effect to lead into video.
Right, for sure. When some folks like that because of that effect, especially like I said, if it's outdoor, they get that effect with it and they edit that into the video.
Right.
Of course.
That's really cool.
Yes.
We're trying to work outside events and put a drone on the camera, and the trick is to get it into the VMix, which is not as easy as it sounds, but yes, it is doable because it's Bluetooth.
Yes,
technology.
yes. We do a lot of weddings with that, where we incorporate the drone into the finished product for the editing.
Okay, and you brought, what you bring with you here today?
This is an album that will offer different types of wedding book. This wedding book is a coffee table wedding book, and it's 14 by 14. The photos are making to the book, so once the photo go into the book, it can't come out. That's the beauty about these albums.
They can't come out. So
no, no one can take the photo.
So
that's the beauty about these albums.
So it's Freddy proof. You don't end up losing pictures.
Exactly, exactly.
Now what happens if you get divorced and you have to cut some of these out?
You cut the booking off.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Wow, these are spectacular.
Yes.
Wow, holy smokes.
Yeah, we do a lot of black and white mixed with colors.
Okay, there you go.
Nice
That's
quality.
a new thing. A
Yeah.
black and white, and
Well-
then you have highlighted colors. Like the flowers are highlighted in color.
Yes and no. It's been on for a while.
that's
Some
beautiful.
photographer really don't do that, but we offer that on a special effect with black and white mixed with color, and we do some with sepia, the old school look back in the day, before black and white. That's what used to be sepia.
Wow, look at that thing.
Size of that.
That's a monster. That's a monster. Steve, and you have him working when you're working weddings and things of that nature?
Yes. He's who I refer out.
Holy smokes.
Yep, Steve and I work together all the time. Lots of wedding, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs.
We
you
share a
name
lot
it.
of venues.
Yep.
Those venues that refer me, refer him.
You.
Opa.
What was that?
This giant crystal.
You can lay it down so it won't fall. Now, what was the other thing I was
You
going to
guys
ask you?
recognize the guy right there.
That's why I said lay it down so it doesn't fall.
No, everything else fell.
Now, what I was going to ask you, oh, look who's there.
Billy Crystal.
There you go. You did Billy Crystal's wedding?
His family wedding. I did his family wedding.
Really?
Yep, in Boca.
You remember the movie he did where he was a shrink?
Right.
Analyze that.
That's right.
This and that. He
This
did both.
and that, yeah.
He didn't analyze everything. It was hilarious. Do you and
Did
so
you
how
see Billy Crystal in 100 Sundays when he was on Broadway?
I did not.
No.
He was on Broadway?
Yeah, he was on Broadway, and then they filmed it for HBO. And he tells the stories from when he was growing up all the way through, and it's
to present.
It's through weekly Sunday.
Oh, I heard about that. No, I didn't see it.
It's amazing. If you get a chance on subscription, definitely look at it. If you're a big Billy Crystal fan, because nobody tells a story like Billy Crystal.
Yes.
Unbelievable. So if people want to use your services, how do they get in touch with you?
They can locate me. My Facebook page is Rich Photo Works or Richard Williams, and they can find me on my website at richphotoworks.com.
Excellent.
So the couples can buy packages.
Absolutely, we offer lots of different packages.
Prices, wide range of prices.
Wide range of price. We have a basic price. You know, we have different packages, different types of albums. So the price go up based on the package that the bride
video
choose.
included.
Video included in most of the packages.
Really?
Yeah.
You get both?
Photo and video goes together. Absolutely.
Not there. In my day, you had to buy one or the other.
Yeah.
And there were two different people.
And now it's
yes, it's two different people, not one person. It's sometimes it's three, sometimes it's four.
No, I mean two different
depends on the
companies.
package. Oh no, it's one company now. Yeah, one company.
It's two
now,
different
yes.
companies because I had a big fight with the video guy and never got the video. Never got the video for my wedding.
So it's all digital now?
All digital. No more film.
So you get a disc?
You get a disc and you
Or-
get a USB drive. Because most computer doesn't work with CD anymore.
Right, so you get the
It's going to be
MP4
obsolete soon. So
format.
you get the USB drive, and
Mine
also
doesn't even have a USB
we
anymore.
email it also. We email all the photos to the clients too.
Now there's a technology that my son was telling me that you can take old film and you can make it. You can digitize.
We can convert it. We can convert old film to digital.
So it looks better and everything else.
Oh, much better, and it does proof everything, and that will last you for a lifetime.
That's one of the latest things that they're
Yeah.
doing now, taking old film and
So you could
putting-
remaster
reproduce
it,
it,
make
yes.
it from black and white into color.
Absolutely.
Oh, you could do that
Clear
too.
it.
Oh yes, I do a lot of that.
It's amazing.
That is amazing.
Do you have any leftover film?
Well, I'm going to Puerto Rico tomorrow, so I'm going to go look in the archives. You know, when my mother passed, there's a room.
Yeah.
And I have not visited that room. I will be visiting that room now because I want to see the pictures and everything. My sister went in there. I don't know what she left behind. We'll find out. But the videos, I know for a fact, old videos, black and whites, my uncles and stuff. People put those away because you can barely see them anymore. You know, they have all those lines and all this stuff going on, and it's sort of blurry. I don't know how much you can do to fix it.
Can't do much to fix that with all the blur and stuff, and because maybe it was shot like that, or to get old.
I don't know. It
It's
could have been the
deteriorate
camera.
over the years, you know.
Could have been the
Yes.
camera. Could have been a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to take a look and see what's there. Okay, give us your number again.
My number is 561-310-1198, and the website again is www.richphotoworks.com, or you can find us on Facebook at richphotoworks.com or Richard Williams.
Excellent.
Your website has some of your work on it?
Absolutely, the website have lots of work on it. Different weddings and bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, quinceanera, engagement photo, and now it's the engagement season. So we're doing lots of wedding, and we're offering engagement photo for free once they're reserved with us.
Really?
We will get, yes, because it's engagement season now.
That's pretty good.
Lots of folks are getting married now.
Oh, especially at the Valentine's Day.
Especially the
cuffing
Valentine's,
season.
absolutely.
Engagement
Yes.
season.
Yep.
Engagement season.
Divorce rates
Probably don't even know what that means.
divorce rates go through the roof on the 14th, on the 15th. But I was going to say, you know, one of the, I mean, talking business, because you and I, we've shared different ideas, how to be a little bit out of the box and do different things. And in this field, when you do a wedding, to me, it's important that you continue to stay with the family and do a photo op maybe a year later.
Yes, we do it all the times. Matter of fact, we start from the engagement, then we do the wedding. Then after the wedding come the pregnancy. So we do the pregnancy photo shoot.
See, I like that. But if they're
Right.
not pregnant, I would go back in the house. My father used to always say to me, if you get back in the house, you got another deal, right?
Right.
So let's
Right.
say, how many weddings do you think you cover a year?
Last year I did 120.
Okay, so next year, assuming this gentleman did all the photos, you will have 120 families to visit on top of whatever you're doing.
Right.
And what you do is you go in and you do a photo piece. It could be a single 1, 2, 3, done.
A quick shoot, right?
But you will always be in
the
that
family,
house. So
yes.
when that family's kids get married, and I mean, God only knows how long that'll take, but sometimes it's my sister's
Baptism,
getting married or baptism.
Bris, whatever it might be.
You're like part of the family. You know, Uncle Joe in the back, he has a camera. He was always a guy.
Yes, that's and that's so true. And Steve Will can tell you that too, because most of the wedding we do, you know, we stay current with the bride and the groom. So we like family to them. You know, they always call us back, they touch base with us. You know, any photo shoot going on, any party going on, they'll call us. We are the go-to guy.
Not only is that only an old school, thing of maintaining the relationship, but now we got so much help with social media.
Right.
That, the first thing I do when I book a bride is tell her to follow me on Facebook, so she can keep up with my work. And not only that, there's so many people asking for DJs or photographers or whatever the case is, and she links me to, they link me to that. So 90% of my business is word of mouth.
Word of mouth, correct.
So
Even though we advertise, word of mouth.
Well, it's your reliability, Steve. It's what's happening. Welcome to Florida, right? I met somebody and offered them a position to help us in work, and I put all this thing together, and I did this for a year, and I ordered business cards for every one of these people. And I have a library in my house of business cards of people leaving. Oh, Freddie, I changed my mind. I'm going to Wyoming. Oh, Freddie, my dog died. I got to go bury him in New York. I mean, on and on and on and on. And what happens is reliability in your business is the hardest thing to get.
Especially if you're talking about a wedding.
Oh my God.
You got one shot at it, and it needs to be perfect every time.
That's right.
And you got to be.
There's no room for error.
And you got to be there. You got to show up on time. You ever see a photographer show up late to a wedding?
Oh, I got a story. We did a wedding on a boat.
Private boat?
All right, down at Sunrise, Sundreams.
Sundream, yes.
Okay. Photographer showed up late.
The boat left.
and the boat left.
That's crazy.
And about a half hour later, you see this little boat
taking the photographer.
Bringing the
Are you
photographer
kidding?
to the boat.
Wow.
Yeah, they left the photographer.
Wow.
But the ceremony's about to start. The bride didn't want to. I mean, there was no photographer.
That's horrible.
That is
and
crazy.
the little boat with the photographer.
No, and it happens.
Oh, that is crazy.
When I got married, there was a band, and the band needed a piece of equipment about this big, and they were from Brooklyn. I was in White Plains.
Right.
And they wanted me to stop the wedding where they drove out to Brooklyn to get the piece. So my cousins all ran to their car because all my cousins were DJs, and they brought all these tapes, the little kids, and they played it. And for 2 hours, the party was hopping. The guy shows up finally with the part, and when he went on the stage to play, the guy in the band, they booed him out of the building. They said, "Don't stop the music." But this is what happens,
Right.
You don't have reliability. You can't rely on people.
And that's what happened to a lot of brides sometime, and Steve can, say the same thing too. They go and they shop around and they go for the lowest budget package they can find, and that's what happened to them. Like Steve just said, with that photographer, he couldn't be one of us, because we'll never do that. We are true professional. We very punctual. We never on time. We're always before time.
That's
so
right.
we cannot be late.
That's right.
Steve and I were always before time, because it's a wedding. You can't joke around. You got to be there on time or before time.
Yes, because if you're there on time, you're late.
Two things I always tell
just
the
like how the
brides.
boat left that photographer.
Yeah, true that.
Two things I always say is, number one, you only got one chance to do this right, and number two is you get what you pay for.
That's right.
Always.
Now you don't have to go with the extremist of pricing, but if it's too good to be true, it usually isn't.
That's right.
So.
And you know something, even in your business, Paul.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I had to get my passport, right? And I said, "Do I get my passport? I should get it." Okay, so the government is about to the government shuts down. So everybody tells me you're going to get your passport in 6 months. But the passport office was still open. And what happened was they got through them faster.
Right.
Because they knew what was coming. So it's timing sometimes that creates the best situation. But you want to deal with somebody who can control soup to nuts what you're going to be going on.
Yeah, and what I see a lot of is that people, they plan a great vacation and then something happens when they're supposed to go. Somebody gets sick. There's
Dawn's
a death.
parents.
Dad, yeah, Dawn's mom and dad, and you want to make sure that you're not going to lose all of that investment that you put into the trip. So you want somebody who knows not only what's going to go right and will be wonderful, but what happens when things go the
wrong.
other way.
Yeah.
How do you get it right, and how do you make sure that people come out whole?
That's right. I mean, Dawn's parents are going for New Year's to Cuba. And he had a heart problem. And he was out. They got the money back. Because Paul says, okay, you're going to put the insurance on the package. You ever take insurance on your deals, on your packages? Be honest.
Honestly, no.
Me neither. You ever buy a gizmo from Best whatever? You ever buy a gizmo from them and they say, okay, you want the warranty? You ever buy the warranty?
No.
No.
Oh, it depends on the brand.
When I buy something from Apple, I buy a warranty.
That's
Do
right.
you? I think
Me
it
too,
comes.
me too, I do.
Yeah.
I buy no warranty. If it don't
What about
work,
on
I
a
throw
car,
it
a new car?
away. Okay, yeah.
You don't
It
buy
comes
an
with a
extended
warranty. Comes with a warranty. I'm gonna tell you something. You lease me a car, and my car breaks down. I will call
That's
you
a
and say,
lease.
"Come pick up your car."
I'm saying you buy a car.
No, I bought a car.
All right.
And I said, if this car leaves me anywhere in the world, I'm gonna tell you, come get the car. It's a car. It's supposed to work. You ever buy a warranty for 90 days? On the 91st day, what happens?
Transmission, air conditioning, and what else?
Falls apart.
Yeah.
You gotta sell it.
That's what I just paid off my wife's car, January 21st.
Yes, you're in trouble.
And
a week later, I took it to the mechanic.
That's right.
And I told him, because this happened to me twice already. I said, listen, go soup to nuts with this car. I want it to last. Give me at least a year with no car payment.
So what you do is, this is what you do. When you buy a car, you tell them, I want the lease to be 4 years. And at the end of 3 years, you get rid of the car. There's a button that they hit that destroys your car. Do you know that?
I believe that. No,
it's
I
true.
believe it, yeah.
Okay, it happened to you, right? You finish paying for it, and where's your car now? In the shop. They hit the button. That's why I tell Linda. Linda has coming up on the VW. I said, Linda, get rid of the car now. Because when they hit that button, brakes, $2,000. Transmission, $4,000. I said, you know what? Take the damn thing back. I don't want it. Doesn't
Look
work.
at your watch and your shoes, and that's how much you pay.
It's craziness. Okay, that's another thing. When you buy a car, don't go dressed to the T's.
Right.
You know, and don't come pulling in a Jag either. You know, go get a rent-a-wreck. Seriously.
Are they still in business?
Or take the
Use
bus.
them all the time. I'm using them tomorrow. They're the best. No, I'm not using them. I'm only kidding. But you have to dress the part when you buy it as well. Now, if you're going to go and get a Mercedes or a Jag or something bigger and, you know, a Porsche, you may want to get a little dressed up because they may say, get the hell out of here.
You can't afford it.
Can't afford it. So, Paul, give us the number for cruise planners.
Cruise planners, 561-232-2626. Toll free, 833-232-2626. On the web, www.cruiseoptics.com, or short code on the V card, 80800 Cruise Optics.
He's all.
Or just yell, I'm here.
Do you find more people taking trips now with the slowdown with the government and everything going on?
I think so many people feel demoralized with what's going on is that they just want to get away. And they take their vacation, and what happens is going to happen. You know, a couple of years ago when they were having so many of those terrorist incidences in Europe, tourism didn't go down, it went up. And people sort of took it upon themselves that we're not going to let this stop us from enjoying our life. People are traveling, they're traveling to further places, and they're traveling with families. So they want their kids to experience life. They want their little ones to see what the world is like.
That's true, because a lot of people were so upset with what's happening in Europe. They says, you know what, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And something happened. I'm sorry, are you still there? But they said, I'm going to go because it's like...
But you drive on I-95.
That's more dangerous. Isn't I-95 considered the most dangerous highway in the world? It's the worst.
It is dangerous.
Only in South Florida.
No, South Florida. When you hit South Florida, you know, turn around.
It's like once they get to the Florida border, it's like everyone puts blindfolds on.
But what happens here? Is it the sun?
Yeah.
Is it the water? What is it?
Knows?
I mean, we live, up north, right? New York, New Jersey.
Yeah. We have driver's ed in our school, though.
The Cross Bronx.
It's a serious thing.
It starts at the driving test. Did you
Did
ever
she say
see the road
driver's ed?
test here?
Yeah, she's right there.
In the parking lot.
The road test here.
We have
is
driver's
in the
ed,
parking
and
lot.
South Florida schools, like, they don't have, like, programs like that.
They have it in their schools, apparently, I heard.
They don't have driver's ed in
My
Florida?
friend who...
No, but I hear, like I have friends, and, like, my friends in Tennessee, they were like, yeah, we didn't have to, like...
She said I had to park, and then I got my license. I
Th-
said,
that- exactly.
Excuse me, I had to take
She
6
said-
hours of driving school on the road with some random person
Yeah, we
having
have to
a
take
break on
drugs
their
and
side.
alcohol classes and things like that. In Tennessee, though, like
A year of
hand us
driving before I
hand us
even got my
$15,
license.
Drive down the street, maybe, and then here's your license.
Where'd you get your driver's license?
New York.
And you got yours?
Here, Florida.
Well, you have to get your license
Where'd
after
you get
move
yours?
here. I originally got it in New York, but back in that day, you either got license for manual transmission or automatic transmission.
Really?
Yeah. And the test was a real test where, you know, you had an
When I got
inspector.
mine, it was horses. And whether you were a motorist... I'm going to tell you, when I got my license in Puerto Rico, I killed chickens. The guy told me...
You're so funny.
I'm so...
I would never want to get in the car with you.
No, this is
I know, right?
listen, this is a true story. I'm driving.
I think
and
I heard this story
There were
before.
chickens on the road.
Yeah.
And the guy, I said, did I tell you to slow down? Let's go. I said, so I'm tooting the horn. And he's like, why are you tooting the horn? And he's writing. He's taking points off for tooting the horn. I said, you got to be freaking kidding. Wham, I ran into that. I must have killed 20 chickens. There's feathers everywhere.
Chicken
So-
delight.
And the guy says, hey, I shouldn't have that on the road. So when I parked the car, my mother, may she rest in peace, is standing there. And she goes like this to me, you get your license? I went, no, bro. And the guy says, go get your license.
Well,
hell?
back in New York, you take that driving test, you had winters, and you had ice, and you had snow, and when you were scheduled to go, if there was ice and snow, you better be really good at
You had to
parallel
go.
parking.
My brother failed. He hit a bus.
Yeah.
In a snowstorm, the idiot went.
Fail hard.
He went.
But
Steve,
Take it out.
how do you take a driver's lesson in Manhattan and it's snowing cats and bananas? And what do you think? You're not gonna hit nothing? And I said to Harry, you're gonna hit something.
Well,
Hit a
especially
bus.
up north. You know, up north they got the black ice. Yeah.
It's called black.
Hit black ice.
It's called black and blue.
Yeah. Black
but-
ice. You don't know anyone in Florida.
Can't see
well,
it.
Not you, but anyone else in Florida. You hit black ice, you don't see it. And all of a sudden you're driving, and all of a sudden your car starts going a whole different direction.
You ever walk in? You know how driveways they sloop down, and then the water freezes, and you see the sidewalk. You think it's all good.
Bam.
Happened to me. I was like John Hancock. I'm like this on the ground. Everybody came down and says, "Is he alive?" That hurts, man. Hurts a lot.
It does hurt.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
You seen that? Now, when you got your driver's license, did you have to trade it down here in Florida?
You have to. Well, you had 30 days, and you had to turn in your New York driver's license.
You turned it in,
and you had to take the written test, the eye test, and then the parking lot test.
That's
See,
unbelievable.
no more of that. You still have to take the eye test. You got to turn in 30 days.
How do you renew your license?
Just mail it
Now
in.
you can do it online.
You do it online.
Yeah.
And where's the eye test going? There is no eye test.
If you can read the computer. If you
No, I
don't
think
know-
I think you can only renew it twice online, and after that you got to go in.
Well, I've been in
No,
Florida 15
yeah.
years. I've renewed it every 5 years, 10 years. I never took an eye test.
But now to get your license, it's it has to get TSA certified. So when you get your driver's
The
license,
star you're talking about, right?
yeah, the star on it so that you can travel.
Yeah.
So you got to bring your birth certificate in, your passport in,
I'm going to
a
tell you.
bill.
I'm going to tell you something. I got that star put on from a renewal because I can't find my birth certificate. What are you kidding me?
How
That-
did you
the
do it?
passport, I sent in the old passport,
Yes.
and they renewed it.
Well, the passport is there, but the driver's license, you have to personally appear, and you have to submit all of this documentation, and then they run you through, I don't know how many databases, and then you finally get it. That's a half a day.
Now, I was screened. I went to the Democratic Convention in, I don't know where it was, but I went for Obama in 12. And I've been screened by the FBI and everybody else. So I guess when I send in the paperwork, I gotta tell you, don't ask me for my birth certificate because I have no idea. The institution in New York burned down.
Yeah.
The record-keeping place. So I don't know who has my birth
That
certificate.
happened with a lot of churches, too. They used to baptism certificates.
I'm like, they're probably, if I'm gonna tell you, if ICE comes to my door and takes me away, I got no way of saying I'm an American. All right, good stuff.
What about your social security number?
Yeah, but you
Got that?
It doesn't have a picture.
Puerto Rico is American.
It ain't no American. Do you know?
Yeah, you don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico, right?
No, but do you know why I'm going? My father's stuff. You need 2 picture IDs.
For what? To get on a plane?
To go on his bank account and take care of his stuff. So I said to the lady, well, here's my driver's license. And I gave her a copy of my expired passport. She says, that's expired. I said, so what? She says, I need you to go with your birth certificate across the street and pay $155. And she gave me this whole, I said, what are you, insane? I don't have that with me. This is during the right after the hurricane.
Oh my gosh.
I said, lady, that you're sitting in a chair with a building around you, you're lucky. I mean, it was hot, no AC. You're lucky. What are you talking about? Nobody has that. And everything was done by hand. So I'm going to go see this young lady tomorrow. And I'm bringing my passport. And then I want to talk to her manager. Because what they put me through to do this is costing me thousands of dollars. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's why I came to you for help about my passport.
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm going to take a cruise. I think after all this is said and done,
Come sail with Paul.
Maybe I sail with Paul.
You know how we were talking about, like when you walk in the room, Suavemente plays, right? And like Shaft has his music.
That's right.
Come Sail Away. It should be like Come
Sail
Sail
Away
walks in the
with
room.
Paul. Yeah.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
That's how it goes.
Is that
anyway,
the way it
listen, Teresa, I gotta talk to Teresa. Teresa's a bride, and she wants to know more about the expo. So, the expo for April 28th. We're not even blasting it out yet, but it's gonna be monstrous. I just talked to Paul today, so we're gonna include Mr. Paul, but there's gonna be 50 vendors here, and I didn't even talk to you about this yet, but the vendors, if you're interested, contact me at 561-503-6570. But the vendors is $100 for the booth, very cheap.
That is cheap.
Great exposure. and I was thinking of entwining the 50 vendors that I'm going to get. Not only do they get the booth, but maybe they'll have some airtime to come into the Brooklyn Cafe.
Absolutely. That'd be a
And
bomb.
then book some airtime. Freddie has many different packages that he can sit there and sell for commercials and stuff like that. But you'll get a free 15-minute interview, maybe about their show. That's 50 vendors right there.
I like that.
So we'll talk more about that. But as far as Teresa's concern is, we're giving away a lot of big prizes. Paul, we haven't even spoken what you're going to give away.
Anyone who books their honeymoon at the show or within 14 days of the show, they get a $100 gift card.
And Rich, I don't know what you plan on giving away, and you don't have to let the cat out of the bag now, but
Right.
every vendor is going to be giving away prizes.
Yes, lots of
Indian
goodies.
Springs themselves, Maxine Chen, she's going to come on the show sometime soon, hopefully, within the next 2 weeks to come and talk about her venue. But she's giving away a free wedding. 75 guests, up to 75 guests.
In Florida?
Free wedding at the Indian Springs Country Club.
Really?
So
That's a
what it
beautiful
entails
place.
and what it
Sopranos.
includes.
I'm taking that offer right now.
I know.
Actually, I want my wedding on a cruise ship. I want to rent on a cruise ship. I want DJ, photographer. It's a.
You got it.
It's amazing.
That's a monster. That wedding
It's
giveaway.
already in my head.
It's a wedding giveaway.
That's
I mean,
scary.
So, Bri,
You're all invited.
so Teresa, if you have not booked your venue, there it is.
That's
You can
unbelievable.
get your venue, your DJ, your photo, your cruise.
And it's a great venue.
Yeah, it's
Indian Springs Country
a
Club.
great venue. It really is. I don't know how many guests you plan on having, but they sit up to 260 guests comfortably.
And the food is good.
Food is great.
Yeah, the food is great. Actually, Maxine's husband is the chef.
Really?
So Maxine runs the show. Her husband is the chef.
Wow.
So it's a great little team over there. But me and Rich have been doing a lot of work with her now, and she's excited. So she's loving the fact of coming onto the show and talking about the.
I love that. I got a question for you. Oh, you want to go
No,
first?
go ahead.
When guys and girls get married, they still do that party thing. What do you call that? Like,
Bachelor, bachelorette.
yeah, they still do that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Yes and no, because I heard
Some
the no.
people do it together.
I was just
Like,
gonna
that's a
say
big
we
thing.
just
I
did
think
my
it honestly
cousins a
depends
couple
on
weeks ago. You
people.
saw online,
Right.
Where Salerno's getting married. My cousin Jay is getting married. Anyway, and we did what they call, I guess, a Jack and Jill party.
What the hell is that?
It's like boy and
Guy and girl.
Combination.
Guy and girl.
They go
All
up
the
the hill,
guys
they
and all
bring
the
a
girls
pail of
go
water
out.
down.
Hashtag trust issues.
We had Nick come. Nick picked us up in a limo. We went over to that Italian restaurant on Atlantic Avenue.
Trevino.
V&S. Vinny and Son. I don't know, whatever.
So
something
they
like
did a
that.
restaurant for the
We
party.
did a restaurant, then we went to a couple of clubs. We ended up at Honey's, and then we had a good time.
So has that changed? Because I remember when they did mine, they took me to a strip club. I don't know what the hell they did with her.
I think that's traditional for bachelor's parties, like, you know.
Well,
you
bachelorette
having-
parties too.
Bachelorette parties, yes.
Yeah.
You go to, like, little Chippendales, type of atmosphere.
Yeah, but they're not doing this. But you're right, because of the trust issues and there's so much
I was just gonna
stuff
say,
going-
my bachelor party ended about 15 years ago when I met my wife. So the traditional bachelor party, yeah, that hasn't really happened. Matter of fact, when I got married, you would think I would have I had to beg all my friends and stuff that I didn't want the whole. First of all, honestly, to be truthfully with you, strip club was never really a big wow factor for me. But I had to beg them not to do any surprising that's going to.
So you didn't have a
leak
bachelor
back.
party?
No, the guys went out.
Yeah,
we went, we
exactly, going
smoked
to
some
leak back to
cigars,
his
we
wife.
shot some pool. We didn't have the girls there, it was just the guys. But we shot pool, went to, it was really just a hangout night, but there was no other.
I feel like it's so different now.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever
It's so
heard.
different because, like, I feel like girls are so
Protective?
protective and like so jealous
Yeah.
nowadays. Like, I feel like my parents aren't like
Well,
that.
plus the Me Too thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would be fine with him having that kind of bachelor party because what happens at my bachelorette party stays at my bachelorette party.
Uh-oh.
So
Exactly.
You ever hear this thing called Facebook?
That makes you more dangerous than him.
Yeah, that's right. That's so true.
Right?
A friend of mine got married, I kid you not, on a cruise. No, I'm sorry. He had his bachelor party on a cruise. He collected everyone's phone when they first got on the ship.
He's smart.
And no one got the phone back
until they got off the ship.
And they got off the ship.
He's right.
Stays on the ship.
And you know something? That is the right way of doing it.
Yeah.
Now, when I was working and I knew that something was going on because my cousin stopped talking to me for 2 days, and that was very strange. And I got home, and my cousin Ruben's he's playing with his fingernails, which he never does either. And he's looking at me, and he had his hat on, which I knew we were in trouble. And I said, and here we go. I says, I'm really tired, cuz I don't want. Let's go. For 2 days, they took me to like 100 different clubs, from strip down to ice cream. I mean, you name it, and it was happening. Constantly feeding me booze, which was not the coolest thing in the world, but it was a blur. I can't even remember. They took me to a place that had 75 dancers. 70. What do you do with 70?
Did you get 75?
See, look, I was like the guy in the corner, so boozed up. I was like the guy in the corner. They forgot all about him. They were having a.
They were having a good time, and you were forgotten.
I was a forgotten guy.
You remember Weekend at Bernie's?
Weekend at Bernie's. That was it. I tell my dad, says to me. So 2 days later, he says to me, "So how was this?" Dad, to be honest, I got a migraine that's killing me. I don't really know what happened. I remember the first couple of places, but after that, it was for them.
Well, that was half the 80s for me. I mean, I used to DJ, and then,
You were the DJ at these places?
Yeah, you remember, like, the lights, and then you wake up in the morning, you're like... the first thing I used to do is run to see if my car was in the street.
And then they taped, but then they taped the women's thing, right? My ex-wife, somebody taped it. You know how cruel that is?
Very.
I mean, that's just so wrong on so many levels. It was my ex-mother-in-law, may she rest in peace. And I knew right there, I'm done. I could tell you what's going to happen in this marriage. And, they were doing the Webble dance and all that other craziness. But I'm going to tell you, it's changed. Tradition. My sons, when they got married, one stayed home, never had nothing. That's Gio. The other guy, I think they took him to New York. And they went hanging out like you, playing pool. I never heard of anything like that before.
Yeah.
One thing with weddings today is a lot different. You see a lot of women who are pregnant coming down the aisle, and they have pregnancy dresses now, which is something that was, long ago. You never saw it at all. Now
is that why they're getting married? Because they're getting pregnant?
Not really. That's,
starting a little early?
Sometimes.
Sometimes not. But the dresses are specifically made.
Everything's changed.
Yeah.
Everything's changed. I know they've done shows called Bridezilla and everything else.
Say yes to the dress.
You were on there twice? Mm-hmm. You were a bride twice?
And here's what's funny is I was on Bridezilla.
He was at Bridezilla.
I don't know if you know the story. I was on Bridezilla down here. One in New York, but one down here. In Benvenuto's, over in Boynton Beach. And the funniest thing was, this bride, who was a Bridezilla, was a sweetheart only to me. I had no problems with her. And no one understood that.
Right.
Really?
But, when they were interviewing, because first of all, you got to get paperwork and all kinds of releases that they're going to be on the show or whatever. And when they were interviewing, I couldn't say nothing bad about this woman. This woman was fine with me. But it was pretty fun. But I'd done a lot of work with Randy Finoli, which is Say Yes to the Dress. You can see that on my Facebook. So I've done shows with him. Great guy. Very humble.
Have you ever been to a wedding where the woman's coming down the aisle and disaster happens? She trips, dress breaks, something. Dog runs into the church.
Down the aisle, but I've done stuff like for one wedding, the groom smashed her in the face with cake.
Smashed her.
And she wouldn't come back in the room to do anything else for the rest of the night.
Really?
Oh yeah, that was classic.
Runaway bride?
Those girls.
No, but the biggest story was,
Can't
this
take
was
a
my
joke.
rookie years in New York. I was with my boss, and he says to me, now they just got married, ceremony, right? There's about 200 and something people. Cocktail hour was just about there, and he says, go in there and line up everybody. I said, okay. So I went out, and I see the bride run out with a bridesmaid. And they jump into the limo, and they take off. 5 minutes later, I see the groom and the groomsmen jump into a car, and they take off. So I told my boss, we have no bride and groom. So long story short, it got out at cocktail hour that the groom cheated on the bride.
Uh-oh.
And it got out at cocktail hour. So, that being said, the father of the bride comes over to us and says, I paid way too much money to cancel this. You're going to spin like it's a regular club night or whatever. Whoever wants to stay, they stay, whatever. 85% of people stayed.
I would have stayed.
We had some people leave.
I want to know.
But we did a wedding with no bride and groom.
That's amazing.
Wow, I hear about those stories a lot more often now. Just a lot of things coming out, and they're like, I paid too much for this. Let me just have my own little party, and it just.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I got 5 kids.
Wow.
If one of my daughters that went down at the wedding, and I'm in the hole.
You would be in the back alley.
For 30, 40 grand.
You'll get married again.
Like what?
You say, you know what?
You would be in the back alley.
You say, you know what? We'll find you somebody else temporarily, but you're getting married tonight. I'll tell you that right now. Wow.
Yeah.
That's outrageous. I went to a wedding where the wedding dress was black and the flowers were red. So it was black, red, and a little bit of white. But the dress was black. My cousin did this. She went opposite. And when everybody walked in there, you could hear people holding their breath like, what the hell? But that was the most surprising wedding I've ever went, and they lived forever together.
Me and Rich did a wedding, and I forgot this story, at Delray Beach Golf Club. The woman was a mortician. That's what she did for a living.
Oh, you guys.
Okay?
Oh,
Very pretty girl, right? But when she first sat down with me and she went over like all the music and stuff, and I'm very honest with my clients. I told her, I don't think I'm the right guy for this fix, because she's into very hard rock. And so, she said, nope, I saw you and I want you and this and that. Long story short, picture this. She's getting married on the 18th hole, okay? All her guests are sitting down there. She comes around, not in a limo, right?
Hearse.
She comes in a hearse.
Oh my God.
Okay?
That was crazy.
She gets out of the hearse.
In a casket.
And she made me play. Now, not Here Comes the Bride.
Dun,
Right?
dun, dun, dun.
I played Hell's Bells by AC/DC.
Oh my God.
True story.
Yep.
That's craziness. I guess
You just
being
never
different.
know.
Being there, are you going to have a different wedding?
I want mine on a cruise.
I know, but is it going to be traditional?
It's gonna be The Sopranos.
Are you going to marry in a bikini? I mean, well,
No, it's gonna be semi-traditional.
Semi?
Yeah.
Well, you're a baby. How old are you? 20?
I mean, I live with my boyfriend, so I guess that's not really traditional anymore. My parents like really hate it, but.
Why? Nobody knows that.
What? No, the world knows now.
No, but things, things
that
are
was
changing.
non-traditional. Nowadays, it's
That's more common than uncommon.
Listen, I'd rather you do that to find out if this is going to work than find out it doesn't. It costs you $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, whatever it is. There's a lot of money at stake here.
And that's good too, because at least you guys get to know each other well.
Yeah, especially
By
living with
together,
someone.
yes.
Right.
That's
So
You
when
know
you get
what?
married,
And
no, you guys are good to go.
my daughter right
Yes.
now, you know Angeline, my oldest
Find out
daughter.
their pain.
She's living with her boyfriend, and she thought I was going to have a heart attack because I'm very old school with a lot of stuff. But that particular, like you just said,
Right.
I'm a big fan. You know what? You don't know a person
Yeah, you get
until
to
you
know the
really
person.
live
Yeah,
with
live
them.
with person.
Yeah.
And you see what their habits are, good and bad.
Right.
And whether you have deal breakers or not.
That's right.
You know, that's a deal breaker.
Can you tolerate what's coming? Because I'm telling you something, it's coming.
Absolutely.
You know, stuff happens when you live and
You got to be with somebody when they have the flu and when they remodel a kitchen. That's when you find out.
My wife would beg to differ about that.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you, it's sometimes, and then
But it's
people,
always different when women have the flu and boys have the flu.
Yes.
you're women and we're boys.
Yes.
I can
Because
see where
that's what
that's
they
going
turn
already.
into when they have the
Yes.
flu. It's like the end of the world.
And the funny thing is that today you're one person and tomorrow you're gonna be a different person. And it's a constant
Never happened.
adjustment.
Yeah.
It's a constant adjustment that you're gonna be going through. So don't think because you think you know somebody, you know somebody. I mean, people change their minds all the time.
That's right.
Are you going to have a prenuptial agreement?
Yes. Say yes.
Do you know what a prenup
I don't
is?
even know
A
what that-
legal agreement
prenup.
that says...
A prenup. Yeah.
Do people really do that?
Oh,
Yeah.
The average Joe?
Of course not.
No, the average Joe ain't got nothing to nup.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not nupping. I
No,
got
you
married,
have-
and my wife said, CEO of New York Sounds. I said, "Oh, really? How did you become that?"
Well, if you were meeting your wife today and you were getting married today, would you have a prenup?
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Protect myself.
I tell whoever, whatever you can have it because if you think it's
Yeah,
easy,
I
you go
mean,
do it.
right.
But you know, in previous life, that was the discussion that I actually had with families with that
Prenup?
high net worth, and it was always taken from the position: I love you and I respect you, and should this not work out, I want you to have what you're entitled to.
Right.
And that's the way it is. It's you
Yeah,
didn't
but
get
it's
married
changed.
without
I think
it.
you
changed.
should go in You should go out what you came in with.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but what happens if she's next to you and you're a multi-millionaire now and she was been with you the whole way? She's going to say, whoa, where's my due? Where's my pound of flesh?
Why does she deserve, if I'm working for it?
No, but she,
I wouldn't deserve that.
Well,
like,
a
if
woman,
he worked hard for his money, like,
yeah, but
I
think
wouldn't
about
just
it. He
take
comes,
it from him.
but he comes home to you. You go home to your wife. She had children. Last time I looked, you and I can't do that. She's raised them. She's been there. She's been your rock, your support, and everything else. She's going to say, what about me? Now, you could say, listen, I will give you alimony, and in Florida, alimony is forever. You know that, right? Alimony's forever in Florida.
Praise
Even if
Jesus.
she marries her there.
My ex-wife might be listening.
I'm telling you, it's a whole different crazy game out here. But, again, you know, fair is fair, and you have to establish that people help you get to where you are, because, let's be honest, we're not always nice guys. Sometimes we get a little PO, right?
Well, what happens with the wife who pays for, the husband is going to law school or medical school or vice versa, and after they finally get through, then they divorce after that?
That's a big problem. That's a big problem. I know a couple of women.
I've seen that happen.
I know a couple of women that put up the money and they were doing the gig and 2 jobs to keep bread on the table, and the guy becomes a doctor, and all of a sudden he goes off with a nurse or something else, and it's just
SugarDaddy.com, duh.
Well, it's again, if sometimes it gets in the way, business gets in the way of doing this stuff, but I don't want to discourage people from getting married. Just get to know who you're with. Let's put it that way.
I think that really is the thing, is that before you get married, you've lived with a person, you know who they are, you know their character. That's how you make a decision.
Yeah.
That's what I love about millennials. You guys, are you married, Elliot? How old are you, Elliot?
21.
Yeah, these are all babies in here.
You're 21?
Yeah.
You're 21, really? I thought you were like 25.
How old are you married?
You're like 30.
First or second time?
Take your pick.
First time I was married at 19.
You're a
Wow.
kid.
Wow. You're a baby.
I was a real baby, yeah.
Baby.
Okay.
Second time
What's
I
a
got
mullet?
married.
Go ahead.
I could not
I
imagine
was,
getting married at 19.
I was, let's see, I'm 34. I was 33.
Okay, so at that point you were settled.
Yeah.
I mean, I was married 21 and then divorced 25, married 26 till I was 36, 42. Took care of that. Listen, I'm not an easy guy to live with. As you can tell, I'm not an easy guy to live with.
I'm a dreamboat to live with.
Are you? How come your wife don't say that?
I feel like now younger generations are getting married older.
Thank God.
They're waiting until they're 30.
Because it's expensive to get married.
28, yeah.
Putting time on the career.
And waiting for kids too. We're not even An article came out.
Kids
that
are
we're not
really
producing
expensive. Like
enough
it's
to,
6%
replenish
down.
the
Yeah,
generations.
6% down. That's what's happening. But you should take care of yourself when you get married. Is a commitment, and it's a business. And I hate saying it, but to me, it's a business. It's about money. It's about your time. It's about what things that you want with somebody else and having to make that work. It's not easy, and those things change over time. Steve-O's been married how long?
It'll be 11 years this year.
11 years ago, Steve-O was a different person. His wife was a different person. Now they got kids and problems and everything else that goes with there. And all that mayonnaise on that bread, you look at that bread, it started like this, it's like that now. So you got to be able to wade through all that. So get to know your partners and do cruising.
But that's also the nice thing about a wedding ceremony is that, there is something to fall back on.
You are such a traditionalist.
Why?
You like all that.
I think it's great.
I think
love
vacation
weddings.
is the perfect test.
I got married at Sandals.
Yes.
Got married in the
Like
water.
if you can go on vacation with your partner, you can do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I got married
agree.
in sneakers. I gotta tell you, I love parties. I love, like, you get married. I believe, like, when my sons got married, my family, my mother and father, my mother was alive at the time, Joe was alive at the time, they all stayed with me. It brought back a lot of dreams and things that we talked about back then. There's nothing more spectacular than old tradition deal. And then they turned modern, because my kid, when he got married, there are computers, no, not computer, robots at the weddings. Steve, you do the robots, right?
Yep.
What the hell
robots?
is that?
What's that mean?
Oh
I want
my
a robot at my
It's all
wedding.
about dancing, yeah.
Stilts with laser
Party.
shoots.
And they have lasers on them and lights.
It's entertainment. You've never seen that before?
No.
Oh, you got to come
You
to
guys
some
never
bar
seen this?
mitzvahs with us.
No, what you
go.
gotta do, you gotta go to a wedding. When they do a wedding, these guys pull
I've
it
never
off.
been invited to a bar mitzvah. I'm really sad.
I
about
did
it.
one the other day. It was really cool. Now the other thing is they brought in these dancers. You had
Probably
those
because I
two
went to a Catholic
girls.
school, but
Those were yours.
I'm photographing a bar mix for this weekend. You can come if you want to. I'll give you a camera.
awesome.
You'll be my assistant.
let's do it.
Yes, absolutely.
I offered the same thing for DJs, but my phone hasn't rang yet. But anyway.
Because they waited for you here. You see, you said you were coming here to teach them.
Last Thursday.
Oh, I was telling
And your
them.
car was.
Oh.
And your daughter was in the car accident the day you were supposed to come.
Yeah.
She okay?
Where is she okay?
Oh, my daughter, my two daughters were involved in a big car accident, but one of them need plastic surgery on her eye.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Wow.
And that's what happened. And then he was, and then before that, it was grandma, right?
I had my grandmother and mother have heart procedures, and within a week from each other. So that was fun times. December was fun times.
That's what happened. So the DJ deal got pushed back and pushed back and pushed
Well,
back.
the DJ deal's on the table, so.
Oh no, they would all love it. Are you kidding me? These guys all love all that stuff. But then you had those two ladies that came and dressed up with the, doing the merengue or whatever they
Yeah.
were doing. Well, think about this. My daughter-in-law brought in 12 dancers from her country in Venezuela.
And did what? The Hora Loca?
They were with the feathers and the whole thing and barely any clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
So my son, they didn't have a table where you sit during the wedding. There was no table for them. They were with the crowd. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
I never seen that.
And they pulled people up to dance.
Yeah.
And everybody gets up and they pulling people to go.
Well, those dances that I had brought, that you've seen, do either one or two things. They either do a dinner show, okay? Sometimes a guy comes out with them and does a flame thing. Or, in the Latin culture, as you know, they have an Hora Loca, which is the crazy hour.
That's right.
The last hour of the event, where there's
That's
props
what
and
happened.
stuff underneath the table.
That's what happened.
And all of a sudden, I throw off a siren the last hour. 90% of people don't even know what's going to happen, except for the people who told me. The dancers come out, the props come out, and it's just nuts. It's just mayhem for the last hour.
It's crazy. And they get everybody in there. And now, and it's funny because one of them, Linda, was walking from the bathroom and her went to the bathroom and they grabbed her. And she said, Freddie, help. Freddie, help. And I said, see ya. And they grab you and they put you in all these positions and you're dancing and more people are dancing. They grabbed my dad who was sitting there going, I can't dance. You're dancing now. And it's wildness. I've never seen anything like that in my life. This was right after the robots, which I said, robots? The hell is this? So it's changed. Things have really, the thing with the ice? What do they call that?
The
when
ice
they
sculpture.
The ice sculpture?
Oh, sculpture?
Uh-huh.
Did they put the booze on the sculpture?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, those
Ice
are
shots.
great. The
Yeah.
shots that drink coming out. Yeah, those are
Cocktail
great.
hour, you
Yes.
sit there and it shoots into
Everybody's there.
Listen, weddings or events has become that. Events and it's become production. It's a lot of production. It's not your simple vanilla parties like it used to be back in the day. Now it's production. It's lights. It's piping and draping.
It's putting on a show.
It's dramatic.
Thematic.
People want
Yeah, it's
that.
a whole- yep.
Thematic. There you go. But people want that. They want that wow factor.
Have you seen the sculptures when they feed you the booze?
Yeah, my mom actually had one of those chocolate fountains at her wedding 2 years ago. It was
So
delicious.
she said I have it at the house. I'm like, wow.
Really?
What I
We need a
get-
fondue for here.
I think that would be
that's what we need
perfect.
fondue on.
Yes.
Listen, what I didn't understand
Yes.
about the sculpture was that everybody's mouth
Has
was
been
going
on
on
the
the
ice.
sculpture. So I said to my nephew, I says, I'm not putting my mouth where your mouth has been. So he gets a towel. Oh, how stupid can you be? He's wiping an ice sculpture. and they were putting booze, sometimes too shy. Depends on.
Well, the
on
ice,
what you want.
the cold probably kills the bacteria. 'Cause
Is
it's so
it?
cold.
Yeah.
All right, let's real quick because we gotta wrap up
Yeah,
here.
and alcohol.
How do we get your information again? Let's give it out.
Sure. Cruise Optics, www.cruiseoptics.com. Call Paul, 561-232-2626 or short code 80800 Cruise Optics.
There you go.
And Rich, call Rich at Rich Photo Works, www.richphotoworks.com. Our number 561-310-1198.
And you're going to be in charge in Atlanta. We're going to walk down Atlantic Avenue on Monday.
Yes.
Right? So calling all producers, I guess we have to get on the
Calling all
text.
producers. We're walking on Atlantic and inviting everyone to Brooklyn Cafe on Ice on March 23rd.
That's right. And Steve-O?
561-503-6570, nysoundsevents.com.
And I want to apologize that we couldn't get the phones to work today until the very end.
Dylan's
over
hiding.
There. Dylan's over there. And Dawn, again, we hope that Doc is doing better and everything is working out. Give us a call. You know, we love you. Listen, guys, we'll see you we'll see you tomorrow. They got the girls show going on tomorrow. I won't be here, but I'll see you next Tuesday. God bless. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you later.